Eric Gordon will reportedly decline his player option with the Suns and become a free agent. The Diamondbacks put Jordan Montgomery on the mound in today's matinee rubber match with the Twins. They'll send David Festa to the hill for his major league debut. The Cardinals will hold 9 open practices during training camp, plus a 10th for season ticket holders. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
A mostly sunny start to your Thursday with mostly sunny skies in the afternoon, a high of 110. And then tonight, temperatures dropping down to 90 degrees. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Anita Roman.
This report is sponsored by Sheraton at Wild Horse Pass.
Hey, it's Brooke. My family and I are so excited about our upcoming stay at the Sheraton Grand at Wild Horse Pass. They've got a great spa, great family activities, and more. Book your stay now using promo code ZX0 and receive $100 resort credit. WildHorsePassResort.com.
Calling all sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Proudly sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing and is powered by the injury attorneys Lerner and Rowe. In Iraq and need a check? Make one call. That's all. 602-977-1900 and always online at lernerandrowe.com. Now time for Calling All Sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. On Fox Sports 910.
We got Twin Peaks Thursday. Welcome in. Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B, Jackson Shue. Got the whole full crew today. We're at the Scottsdale location. Be here till 4 o'clock. Got Copa America at 3. Got Diamondbacks on right now. Got the draft getting underway at 1 o'clock, which is right now. A lot going on. So if you can sneak out, look for a place to watch all the action. There's 5 of them in the Valley, Twin Peaks. We are at the Scottsdale location. And we'll get started with top headlines, which, of course, is the Suns. As they swung a deal with Denver, they moved it down in the first round in the draft last night. And they got the Virginia forward Ryan Dunn, a great pickup. We'll talk about him quite a bit throughout the afternoon. D-backs right now down 1-0 in the top of the second inning as Minnesota's got bases loaded. And it looks like it's deja vu from last night. So not good for the D-backs. But Suns, as we get into that, they traded down. Took Dunn at the 28th pick, which was Denver's pick. Pretty excited about that. Now we get to kind of talk about what may happen today because, of course, they do have number 56. There could be some other moves over the course of the next 3 hours, but the way it works today is the draft. It's basically right now on ESPN, and it's the second round. Each team's allotted 5 minutes to select a player, so it'll move pretty quick. 4 minutes. 5 minutes in the first, 4 in the second. And this thing will be over pretty quick, but we'll see what they did. I mean, I think you give them if we're going to do the grade thing, I'm a B. I really like the pick. I mean, really like the pick. And the reason why is I have a buddy who actually is a diehard Virginia fan. And I talked to him. And
he broke it down for you, did he?
He did. Bruce Bowen. He is a Bruce Bowen type of player. Think about Bruce Bowen. 6 consecutive all defensive first team, second team. Guy averaged 6 points in his career. He's got a ton of rings with San Antonio, but he was a defensive weapon. And this is that guy with Dunn. He is a defensive guy. He played in a slow offense at Virginia. He's very athletic, comes from an athletic family. His brother played for the Reds and the Mariners. I mean, this kid is somebody that if they can use him right, he's a good cutter. And you know what that means, Jimmy B, especially with these shooters.
Yes.
For a team that has plenty of shooters, one of the biggest knocks that Bruce Bowen had when he first started was he couldn't shoot, and then he finally figured out his 3-point. He was that corner guy, wasn't shooting from the top of the key. But if it gets to a situation where this Suns offense has those 3 bigs, right? They're the big 3, and if Dunn can get his shot, and the opposing team throw the center on him or whoever because they're worried about the other 3-4 guys. This guy could be a threat. And the way I look at him, and this isn't from what my buddy said who watches this kid on a day-to-day basis, is from when I went and did my homework and watching the guy, I'm like, this guy will be in the NBA a long time.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree with that, Roc. The thing that I find problematic is that they did not go get and hopefully they can do that here in the second round, that they didn't fulfill a backup to Nurkic or a backup type point guard to help run the offense. I will say this, though, about Ryan Dunn. You are absolutely correct. He is a beast defensively. Very athletic. I've watched a couple of his games. Totally misused at the University of Virginia. You already talked about they crawled their offense up and down the court. They were terrible offensively. But with the run and gun 24-second clock that the NBA is, that will help him because he will get into open space where he will be able to score around the basket. So if his shot from the outside is kind of weak, all right, I'll be honest, it stinks.
It's amazing, though. You hear that all day yesterday, right? And it's this morning, the guy can't shoot. You hear that. I'm like, how can he get picked in the first round if he can't shoot?
I know. But he is a big upside. Maybe not the first year, but by the second year of his deal, if he becomes a decent shooter, then that is going to translate into a opportunity to be a star.
And I would concur with that. I kind of watched him and looked at him. I hadn't followed much, but I watched some of his tapes. I was thinking of maybe a Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson kind of long kind of guy that doesn't
6'7".
Yeah, doesn't have the shot. Obviously, I just hope he can develop that shot that we're all hoping to.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're shutting somebody down, defensive assignment, maybe not this year, but eventually you got that guy, you got this guy. That's the offensive side helping on defense. I hope to see that.
And I don't want people saying, Rock, what the hell are you talking about? Bruce Bowen, he's one of the best guys in the league. I mean, his number was retired with the Spurs. But when you look at Bruce Bowen's career and how he was such a defensive-minded guy, he was not known for his offensive production. Well, that's kind of the knock on Dunn right now. And if they can kind of mold him and get him to figure out how to shoot the three, because Bowen shot about 40% in his career from the three, but from the corner.
That's what Budenholzer said about Devin Booker. He said, we're going to have him work on threes. We're going to be a three-shooting team.
Think about Budenholzer. He probably won it. He coached Bruce Bowen.
Yeah.
Maybe he wants a guy like that in his offense.
And the one thing about Bowen, he was Mr. Clutch. I mean, he would hit those
threes.
No, he wasn't. He hit those threes,
He was not known as clutch. He was not known. I'm sorry, Manuch. I totally disagree. And Jimmy, you disagree.
I do.
Robert Horry was clutch for San Antonio.
Yes,
but not Bowen. Bowen was that defensive guy.
I get it. But I mean, he had some clutch shots coming down the play. Yeah, Robert Horry, big shot Bob. I get that.
That's clutch.
But every once in a while, Bowen in that corner, he would hit a couple that were clutch time. I thought
nobody on him.
Well, but that's okay. I mean,
it's a similar. You think about it. When San Antonio was so good, they had three really good guys.
They did.
Okay, and that's why I'm thinking that Budenholzer had some say in this pick, a big say in this pick, and maybe this is the kind of guy you're talking about. They want to back up point guard,
backup center.
Yes, but maybe he said, "Hey, guys, James, we need this.
Yeah.
We need a guy."
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
I'm not going to argue with the guy. He's been part of championships with that, but I would have preferred, like you, Jimmy. I would have Kolek. I thought he was there. I thought he would be the guy from the point guard standpoint to bring him in because they've got enough wings per se.
Mm-hmm.
And I know they're preaching defense and trying to work that out. But I like Kolek.
San Antonio.
I know, but I mean, you're right. As it went,
even Milwaukee to a degree.
Yeah, as it unwinds, you think of okay, Budenholzer, San Antonio, Milwaukee. What was that key? You think of Holiday, not quite as big. Another guy that could score, but he was a breakdown defensive guy that could also make some things happen. So I just sit there and go, I hope they can develop him as a shooter. I'd love to see him more defense because we didn't see a whole hell of a lot of defense out of this team last year at all.
So they addressed it.
Yeah, I know.
But you guys are saying they need a point guard. They need a backup point guard. Which one is it? You can't have both. I
would have preferred a point guard. I think they got enough shooters.
You can get a point guard. Defensive guys are hard to find.
Well,
this league, these guys want to shoot. That's all they want, a running gun. When you got a guy that is all about defense, block shots, steals, he led the ACC in that.
I love
this. I love this pick.
Okay, I would have
for what this team needs.
Well,
really needs.
And it needs a point guard too, Rock.
Okay, but you got one. Okay, you got one.
You don't have.
There's nothing. You're not going to get a point guard in the draft. You're not going to get a starting point guard in the draft.
I could agree with that, but I think Kolek could have been a kid you could come in and develop. He could start running the offense.
Develop. So next year, 2 years.
No, but he could come in if he feels they've got 3 or 4 guys that can help him out.
You don't think in the next month or two there are going to be some point guards looking for
Well,
jobs.
I hope so.
There will be.
I-
Every year there is.
I-
Last year they just made a mistake and didn't address it.
But the league is all about threes. It's about threes. Three-shooting league. The kid can't shoot threes. He can't shoot that much.
They don't need him to do that. You've
Well-
got 3 guys that can do that.
Okay.
You don't want 5 guys that shoot 3.
Well, look, you got Grayson Allen. You got KD, Beal.
Book.
Booker's not a three-point shooter.
He's going to put
more-
up threes.
Well, we hope he puts some more threes. And Budenholzer wants to work on him with that in the summertime.
Yeah.
I
I would rather take a Devin Booker and work on his threes than some rookie point guard that you just drafted that you got to try to mold.
Those guys could help cover for that rookie point guard. I mean, the way he
No,
moves
man.
the ball.
I just think if
and
Bruce,
he plays defense too, Rock.
Who does?
Kolick. He's a defensive kid. He
Yeah.
plays defense.
I'm just telling you, when you look at this team, what their needs were, backup, point guard, center. I get it. But if Budenholzer, you got to go by what he has had success with.
I agree.
And that's why I think this guy, and I'd love to talk to Budenholzer on the side, say, hey, is this a guy you want to mold like Bruce Bowen? Because I kind of looked at Bruce Bowen. I went back and looked at numbers of the height, the weight. I mean, Dunn's about 15 pounds bigger than Bruce Bowen was in his playing days. But I just think you look at if they can mold him, and I think it's a fair comparison, if they can mold him into a Bruce Bowen type player, a hell of a defensive player, I think this guy's got a career in the NBA a long time because there are tons of guys that just want to be three-point shooters.
Well, yeah, but that's
they're dime a dozen.
But I know, and that's what's winning championships. Look at the Celtics. Look at the Bucks when they won. Look at the teams that won the championships. They're all the most efficient three-point shooting teams.
Now you look at Boston. One of the reasons why Boston won is they had some great depth. They were able when those guys went out, the two superstars. These role players, these guys, these backups were the ones that did the deal, and they played some great defense too. Don't take that wrong. They had a couple guys that just killed it.
I just hope it works. I'm hoping and praying that it works. They can incorporate this kid, get him bigger, stronger, faster, and utilize him in a way that is successful. And Budenholzer would know. This organization would know that's the route they go. Hey, I'm all for it. I just would have preferred to see more of that point that kid can get things going. But best of luck to him. I hope this kid come in, put about 10 pounds on, and go toe-to-toe.
Why does he add more weight? He's like 1 or 230.
Yeah, he's
28.
fine.
He's good
fine right now. Look, this is a fine pick. I'm not saying it's a great pick, but it is a fine.
What can you get in the 20s? I don't know why people get they lose their what.
They do.
What can you get at 28? Seriously.
No,
24, 26, whatever.
I read you.
I love the pick.
Okay, but all I'm saying is I believe that you were correct when you said Budenholzer had input in this and told them we do not defend on the wings well at all. This guy can help us defend on the wing.
And I think it's easier to plug and play a guy like that than a point guard that you're going to have to try to mold for a year or two.
I will say this about Kolick. Kolick has played 4 years of major college basketball, and everybody that you talk about says he is going to be a really good NBA player.
Yeah, well, there are a few guys in that draft.
Yep.
Hey, it's Thursday. That means we're broadcasting live from one of the 5 Valley Twin Peaks locations today. It is Scottsdale. We'll be here till 4 o'clock. D-backs are down 6-0 and 2 outs in the top of the second. Not going well for the D-backs. Montgomery just rocked today. We will get you caught up on some of the sounds of the night. Of course, it'll be the draft picks. So if you haven't heard how it all went down with Denver, we'll play those for you next. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, Fox Sports 910. Clear.
A day to remember. The least anticipated album tour. July 10th, Desert Diamond Arena. A day to remember with special guests. The story so far, 4 years strong, and Scowl. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Desert Diamond Arena box office. The wait is over. Don't miss A Day to Remember. Produced by Lucky Man Concerts.
Do you ever have a case of the Mondays? You won't if you tune in to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B from 1 till 4 as they broadcast live from the CAG Sportsbook at the CAG Sports Bar. That's every Monday from Casino, Arizona.
Voted best personal injury from in Arizona. You may wonder why. The answer is quite simple. Lerner Row is so popular because we give every client excellent service and a superior experience. But also the main reason is results. We've recovered billions of dollars for our clients with over $1 billion collected in the last 5 years alone. Our phone lines are always open, and our legal team is standing by right now, waiting for your call.
Learning growth is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
There's something that binds us all. The constant hunger to improve. The obsession with every detail. And the reward of a custom fitting taking your game to a whole new level. We're all bound by 2 words said by golfers worldwide. Schedule your fitting at Vans Golf Shops. Find your local store at worldwidegolf.com. Get there.
Need an all-in-one wireless copier and printer or IT help for your business? Call Document Solutions of the Valley, the official copier and IT solutions company for Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Document Solutions is leading the Valley in business solutions for copier and IT service. They'll support your business no matter how big or small. Take advantage of either buying, leasing, or renting many makes and models of copiers. For a free quote, call 623-252-8282. Document Solutions of the Valley. Our service can't be copied.
Pride Month is here, and Bounty is ready to soak up the celebration. There's going to be a whole lot of this, a whole lot of this, and a whole lot of this. Spills happen, but messes can't cancel the Pride fun with Bounty. With P&G and iHeartRadio, we're rolling out Can't Cancel Pride. Night of performances, togetherness, and a whole lot of partying. You bring the fun, we'll bring the bounty. Tune in to the Can't Cancel Pride live stream on June 12th or on demand after on iHeartRadio's Facebook, YouTube, and more. Together, let's keep Pride rolling at home or wherever you're celebrating.
This is big, like really, really big. So I'm a rewards member at Kohl's, and I just shopped their first ever member deal days. Listen to this. I got 25% off clothes, shoes, and more for myself, my husband, and my kids. Plus 25% off some really great finds for our home. Not a member? Don't worry. You can join for free right now and get instant access to these savings too. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on Kohl's member deal days. Flex styles. Some exclusions apply. 25% off Kohl's rewards offer ends June 30th. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Time for today's play of the day, courtesy of Document Solutions, leading the Valley in business solutions for copier and IT service. Their service can't be copied. 623-252-8282. Now let's get to the play of the day.
All right, well, the Suns last night, as you know, they swung a deal with Denver. They moved down in the first round of the NBA draft as day 2 has just got underway. The Suns sent the 22nd pick to the Denver Nuggets for the 28th overall pick, which they used to take Ryan Dunn from Virginia. They also acquired pick number 56, which is in today's round, as well as 2 future second-round selections as part of the deal. So this is how it all went down. And what's interesting about this first pick, which the Suns had, was you'll hear this sound that's courtesy of ESPN. Woj is basically making the announcement that there's a trade while this all goes down. And it's ironic that Deron Holmes, who was drafted, played locally here, and there was a party out in the West Valley.
Yep.
All types of people, everybody there, all excited that a local guy gets drafted by the Phoenix Suns, only to find out that he's going to Denver. Here's how it went down.
Welcome back to Barclays Center, where the Phoenix Suns are technically on the clock. You will see behind us, but this pick is on the move. Our Adrian Wojnarowski has more.
Yeah, Malik, Phoenix has traded the 22nd pick of the draft to the Denver Nuggets. Denver gets Phoenix, who's low on picks. They give him number 28 in this draft, number 56.
The 22nd pick in the 2024 NBA draft. Phoenix Suns select Deron Holmes II from the University of Dayton.
We're going to go back to Woj in just a moment to get the finalized version of this trade.
What I understand is why can't the commissioner say, okay, let's hold for 30 seconds and let's use the Denver pick for the sake of this kid getting drafted, getting the hat, getting the Suns hat. He'll be always remembered being drafted by the Phoenix Suns, but moved 30 seconds after. That's just a disservice.
I think what happens is I'm sure he's wearing what we call in television business an IFB.
Oh, is that what it's called?
It's an earpiece.
An IF what?
IFB.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but you got to be in the television business to know that.
No, you know.
Oh, okay.
So
Now you know.
Oh, I mean,
sure.
what? I miss you guys.
How many of our listening out there right now work in television? So they may not know that term.
Okay.
So I just offered that up.
Thank you, Jax. You knew that?
I did know that.
Okay,
yeah.
good. Well, you're a
He
broadcast
works in the
major.
biz, he works in the biz.
Us TV radio guys, we kind of know that, right?
So at any rate, what I think took place is that normally there would be a production person behind the scenes who would say, "Commish, wait 10 seconds," or they would.
They did,
but they didn't.
But they could have.
They could have, but they
It's
didn't.
embarrassing that
Yes.
the media gets to know before the commissioner,
Yeah.
But this
or the production person.
Has not Jimmy this happened before in,
Oh, yeah.
in NBA?
Oh, it happens all the time,
All
but,
the time.
but it's typically not that fast.
Yeah.
A guy will get drafted by a particular team, and then there's a move maybe 2-3 picks later, but when it happened that fast,
Yeah.
and then it made no sense later on when they do this.
When I think of
With
something
the
like
28th pick, in
I'm sorry.
the
No,
2024
my fault.
NBA draft, the Denver Nuggets select Ryan Dunn from the University of Virginia.
So that's my
I
point.
got it.
know. I get it.
I mean, come on.
I know.
How can it be that difficult?
He just should have.
And they still put the hat on him.
Yeah, I know.
And then he's basically a Phoenix Sun 4 picks before.
that's the whole thing, the hat being put on.
Yeah.
And then another hat.
I
you know,
just
6 picks later.
Yes.
It's just about the
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah,
It's about
it really
the
is.
family. It's about
I get
it's
it.
about the experience, isn't it?
Yeah, all those folks out there, I don't know what bar it was out there in Goodyear. This kid went to a prep academy out there.
Yeah.
Just went there. And so you're like, wow, they got an Arizona kid coming in. Then they flip it and they look at Ryan Dunn's family and they're going, oh, okay, so where are we going to end up? Oh, Phoenix. From Denver to
But they were
Phoenix.
so excited.
Yeah,
The
they
crowd
were,
at
yeah.
this particular bar. We don't need
Yeah.
to tell you what it is.
Yeah.
But it was like it was slammed, and it was like a draft party
Yeah,
for
it
him.
was.
But the fact that just imagine you're getting drafted by, your local town, the
Sure.
town that
Oh, my God.
all right, you're a Dayton guy, but still,
Yeah. You
that's
come out
pretty cool.
You come out of
The high school coach was there, or Millennium, or whatever school it was, this academy.
It's called a Compass Prep School out there, way out in the west side there. It's called Montverde Academy. That's where a lot of guys. I think Aiton might have gone to that one. DeAndre Aiton when he was.
He went to I think he went to IMG, but Ben Simmons went to Mount Vernon.
Yeah.
And D'Angelo Russell, some of those guys.
That's specifically for basketball kids. It's like a prep school, getting them ready for the college route. But you're right. It's like, wow, that's pretty exciting. Kids
Crazy.
coming home, working that out.
Hey, if you're looking for a new printer, maybe an all-in-one wireless printer, thanks to our friends at Document Solutions. They'll take care of you. Their phone number is 623-252-8282. You get yourself or even your business, maybe you got a small business, an all-in-one printer. Right now, you can either buy, lease, you can even rent one. They got all kinds of makes and models, and they'll work right off your smartphone. So call our good buddy Greg over at Document Solutions of the Valley, where their service can't be copied, 623-252-8282. Watch the D-backs here at Twin Peaks, Scottsdale, 6-0 in the bottom of the second inning, as they already got 2 errors on the board. They've given up 7 hits. Montgomery on the mound. Might be a really long afternoon
Could be.
for this team.
Back-to-back long afternoon. Montgomery was 3-0 before he came in. He's gotten his ERA down to like 5.71. He's at like 2.76 the last 3 games. He's serving it up right now, watching part of this game. He's throwing meatballs right down Broadway.
So it's interesting. I was at the Diamondbacks Philadelphia game on Sunday in Philadelphia. And what was so ironic was only one person out of the 40-something thousand people that I saw had a Diamondback shirt on.
Wow.
Okay? That's one observer or how do you say it?
You observed one person.
Observation.
Yeah.
Thank you. I haven't worked in a week.
Yeah, that's true. We could tell.
You're rusty, Rock.
Very rusty, tongue-tied. But one of the things that I thought was so odd is it was hotter than balls. It was horrible, right? The humidity. And we went up to, so there's so many bars, right? You go up to the bar and you're watching the game. And the game started at 11:30 local, which I didn't understand why. 11:30 local. So of course you watched it back here at 8:30?
9:30. Yeah.
And the feed that they had on was the Diamondbacks feed in the stadium.
Oh, really?
You go to the bathroom.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm here,
Yeah.
Jody Jackson,
Yeah.
and the gang, and then watching them on TV. I mean, they had the MLB feed going on, not the local feed,
Wow.
which I find that very, very odd.
Matter of fact, they got turf there. Is it turf there in Philadelphia? They're talking about 90 some degrees.
it's
You talk
hot.
about humidity.
Yep.
They said the
3.
turf was probably close to 105
I believe
on
it.
that turf. And I've been in that, not quite that humid, but when it's 95 to 100 playing on turf, your feet roast.
Yeah.
They're hot, and look like the Phillies got the better half of that, winning that series 2 out of 3.
Well, yeah, I'm going to be a little biased here. The Phillies have the best rotation in baseball. If I'm not mistaken, entering this week, the top 3 starting pitchers in all baseball were the 3, number 1, number 2, and number 3 pitcher for the Phillies. That is just amazing. Typically you'll get one guy in the top 5, top 10, but not 3.
Well, when you see
how are you going to top that?
That's just smart as far as management's concerned. It's all about pitching and defense, and that's one thing that you hope the Diamondbacks can get back to. Looks like Zach Gallen looks like he might be coming back on Saturday. He's got another bullpen session today. So hopefully he gets back. Merrill Kelly, talking about pitching, may not come back till middle August.
Bad.
And Erod, they said another MRI on Friday, and that he should hopefully be available sometime after the All-Star break. So hopefully the D-backs, not quite like the Phillies, can get some kind of consistency or outstanding starting rotation.
Our State 48 Roofing, it's your call question of the day. And speaking of State 48 Roofing, it is monsoon season. So if you're having any issues at all with your roof, check them out, state48roofing.com. You'll follow them on all the social media platforms. Just put in hashtag sexy roof status. So for our question today, do you agree with the Suns' 28th pick with forward Ryan Dunn? A, yes. B, no, wanted a point guard. C, no, wanted a big man. Manuch, did you vote B and C?
I voted B.
And C?
No, wanted a point guard. 71.4% has said no, wanted a point guard. And yes was 28.6%. 0.
These people know a lot about basketball.
Kyle Filipowski is off the board. Utah just claimed him. So there's another big man now for the Utah Jazz. So you have Lauri Markkanen, you have Walker Kessler, and now Filipowski.
They're setting themselves up.
They're going to trade. They're going to make a deal, I bet, for Lauri Markkanen. He's going to be available.
I know, and that was rumored last year.
Yes.
And I was kind of hoping that the Suns were going to make a run at him. I love that guy.
I do too.
I mean, he can fit in anywhere.
Yeah.
He's just one of those great players. I think he's just he can shoot, he can pass, he can block shots, he can rebound. I mean, the guy does it all.
Yep. I just think that it's so funny to me because just think back, just maybe 2 or even just 3 years ago, everybody was playing small ball.
Mm-hmm.
Look how the West has changed with all the big bodies now. And people forget that Memphis is in the West in the NBA, and they go out and they get Zach Edey at 7'4". So you're going to see every team now in the West with a bona fide big man at center.
It's just amazing. I don't think I could have predicted this. Anybody could have predicted this, that the way that this draft went down, to have France dominating the NBA draft with 3 picks, the first 2 being from France.
Yep.
And then I think the other one was at number 8. So they had 3 players from France that were selected in the top 10.
Yes, absolutely.
I didn't know the French played basketball.
You better watch the Olympics because France is going to be a problem.
Victor started it all, huh?
Yeah, he did.
Where's this all coming from?
I know, all these guys.
International play.
Yeah.
Total international play. The scouts must feel they're better than our domestic guys.
And these guys are 15 years old, and they're playing pro league.
Yeah.
So while they're finishing high school, they are playing against men in a pro league.
Hey, the sports professor, Rick Horo, he's going to join us next. Give us on if the Valley will get an NHL team. Little history on Rick, if you're not familiar with him. He has been part of a lot of expansion deals in all professional sports, including hockey, and he is very tight with Gary Bettman. So we're going to discuss that. I talked to him today. We're going to go and get it in length, and that's next right here on Fox Sports 910.
Behold. Here's what's trending on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix.
Reports say Suns guard Eric Gordon will decline his player option and become a free agent. He averaged 11 points over 68 games with Phoenix last season. Jordan Montgomery drew the start for the D-backs in today's matinee rubber match with the Twins. The Cardinals are holding 9 open practices during training camp, plus a 10th for season ticket members. Players report for camp July 23rd. The Mercury are back in action tomorrow when they take on the Sparks. And the NHL awards take place in Las Vegas tonight. Former Coyotes goalie Connor Ingram is a finalist for the Bill Masterton Trophy. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910. Available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, historic rivalries tip off. Hey guys, terrible bites, and every shot you take is a game winner. All season long, you're balling with 29-degree beer, courtside seats, and scenic views. I mean, where else can you pair wall-to-wall hoops with hard-to-find whiskey? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late-night bites.
Hey, it's Jax, co-host of Take the Points, the only local sports gambling radio show in Arizona. Tune in every Saturday from 11 to 1, live right here from the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. Let's cash some tickets.
In the fast lane of life, your fuel should keep up. Time to check out G2G protein bars, your ultimate grab-and-go meal replacement. Whether it's a workday, gym session, or navigating daily chaos, G2G has got you covered. Find them now at your local Costco in the refrigerated section, or explore all 8 fantastic flavors at G2GBar.com. Great tasting and packed with protein, so keep pace with life in the fast lane with G2G protein bars.
In a recent survey, when people were asked who they thought the best personal injury attorney in Arizona was, more than 9 out of 10 people chose Lerner & Rowe. In fact, Lerner & Rowe has been voted best personal injury attorney in Arizona for the past 9 years. Our experience, reputation, and proven results have made it possible for us to recover billions of dollars for over 150,000 injured people. At Lerner & Rowe, getting you the best result is what we do best. Hurt in a car, truck, or motorcycle wreck and need a check? Call us today.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Attention drivers, stay alert Arizona. All City Towing, Arizona's largest towing storage services contractor, supports the move over law. If you see emergency lights, move over and slow down. Let's keep our roads safe for everyone. Sponsored by All City Towing.
Hey sports fans, celebrate every big game with El Bandito Yankee, an ultra-premium tequila made from 100% Blue Weber agave in the highlands of Jalisco. Their certified additive-free Blanco and Reposado feature a unique oxygenation process for a rich smoothness without that tequila burn. That's why they've won platinum and gold medals and are now listed as one of the world's top tequilas by Rolling Stone. Head over to your local store, favorite bar, or restaurant and enjoy. Go to elbanditoyankee.com and break out the Bandito with the official tequila of game day.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select a new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher. $25 a month service. Eligibility requirements. Practices. Visit StraightTalk.com.
Sarah Spain for iHeart Women's Sports, presented by Elf Beauty. The 2-time defending champion Las Vegas Aces announced they've become the first WNBA team to sell out all regular season home games. The team has struggled in the season's first half, but don't count them out yet. Star Asia Wilson is riding a WNBA record streak of 19 straight games, scoring 20 or more points. Point guard Chelsea Gray is back in the lineup. For more women's sports stories, subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on iHeart Podcasts.
It comes to women in sports.
You never
Elf
talked
Beauty
about
is
it being
all
on
about
the station. You talked about it being on TV.
The same goes for the boardroom, where Elf is one of only 4 publicly traded U.S. companies with a board that's 2/3 women and 1/3 diverse. Learn more at elfbeauty.com.
Time to talk about the business side of sports. Leading expert in the business of sports. Author of the new bestseller, The Sport Business
Cares
Handbook,
about the TV side.
and host of Power of
The whole
Sports,
point.
and architect of over 100 deals worth billions in sports. The sports professor, Rick Horrow, joins Roc and Manuch on Fox Sports 910.
Well, obviously, it's not something we're looking at today. This is all kind of new. And secondly, somebody would have to solve the arena issue. And based on the climate, and I don't mean the weather, in Arizona, I don't see the arena issue being resolved anytime soon.
It's Gary Bettman at the Board of Governors being interviewed, I should say, on Sportsnet. As, of course, earlier this week, Alex Morello told his team staff that he has no plans to pursue further arena options, which means there is no chance for the Coyotes under his ownership. Rick Horrow, sports professor, joins us, and someone who's been involved in this business for many, many years, part of a lot of expansions, knows Gary Bettman personally. Rick, what will it take, and what does your crystal ball tell you in regards of the future of the NHL in the Valley of the Sun here in Phoenix?
Well, I think part of it is kind of to push the reset button, take a deep breath. I know people don't want to hear that, but I don't think anybody around the NHL right now wants to talk Valley of the Sun. And so, that doesn't mean it's not a viable market over time. And it certainly doesn't mean that Gary Bettman wouldn't ultimately support something. You didn't, it's easy to say this, but people shouldn't have underestimated how Gary Bettman had fought for the market. And, sometimes it's a win, sometimes it's not. Maybe he feels the same way about Atlanta, although that's not as recent. And there may be some opportunities down the road. But remember not too long ago when he negotiated the option and the deal and what, Marullo's standing would be, and a kind of almost an automatic expansion opportunity if an arena gets done. And he'll continue to return to the arena opportunity. But I think it's almost one of those things where if Seattle had built the arena primarily for basketball, when Oklahoma City Thunder moved from Seattle as the Sonics, David Stern had carved out the same kind of thing. So, who knows what's going to happen with the arena process, but I think it's almost a reset button opportunity.
Arena aside, Rick, now that the exclusive rights have melted away since Morello's gone, does the league have to approve? Let's say 2 or 3 guys want to step up and they want to get the rights. Do they have to be approved by the governing board, by Bettman and his staff? If somebody comes in, let's say in a year, says, we want to build a stadium, we want to go get those rights. What's the process moving forward if somebody is interested in having an expansion team here in Phoenix?
Well, it's almost like starting over in every material way. There's no guarantee now, except we all understand that an arena is the key to the process.
Right.
So, having the NHL ordain the group as the group is almost the cart before the horse. I think it has to be part of a process that brings a real arena to the NHL, and I think the NHL deal becomes pretty easy if the Phoenix market continues to survive and thrive. If the ownership group looks like it's a real ownership group, and the ownership group brings with it the arena opportunity. I'm not sure that going to the NHL as the ownership group and saying, let's get the arena done and you designate us right now, that doesn't work. It's the arena has to come almost first.
Okay, so will there be a franchise fee of, I don't know, what is it, $1 billion that will have to be stepped up as well, too, as well as them building an arena?
Well, it can't come out of whole cloth. And so what Marullo does is he, takes that franchise such that the deal almost, again, like I said, press the reset button. There's no automatic franchise given to somebody without a fee, because the rest of the Board of Governors expects Phoenix to operate as another normal expansion city. And I think, like it or not, the head start is now in Salt Lake. and Phoenix Valley of the Sun expansion candidate almost has to start over with Houston and Charlotte and Kansas City and all of those other cities. The only thing I think that is the advantage is that it's a great population market, and Gary Bettman knows it. So, those are advantages, but believe me, that doesn't mean you're going to have a franchise anytime soon, let's say.
All right, so you're saying 5 years, 8 years? Do you have a prediction on how long it would be, roughly?
I think it will be as long as, you measured in light years, like the next time I will be able to have a parking pass for a game anywhere in Phoenix. It's a long time. It's measured in dog years. I don't know. 5 was the number the NHL had originally when the Murillo deal, I remember, went down, and now it's. I think one of the advantages, however, is that there's the city certainly would be a front runner when the financing for an arena is approved, and then how long within that building period does a franchise come, and does it come in an existing arena for a couple of years before the new one is completed? That would be an issue, whether it's 5 years, 4 years, 6 years. But the first thing that has to happen is someone's got to step up and say, "Oh, we lost it. We got to try again." And we understand that the only way we could get it done is with a new arena.
He's Rick Horrow, the sports professor here on Fox Sports 910. Rick, this isn't a great source, but somebody was in my ear in the last couple of days and said that one of the reasons why Gary Bettman fought so hard for this city, outside of how big the city is, top 5-6 market, was the fact that when they have their break, the NHL break, the players specifically, the Canadians, and they love to come to Phoenix. They would take that week off. And this part of it, which was kind of ironic, that any players that have had issues, they would send them to Phoenix because of the rehab facilities that we have here in our city. I thought that was interesting to hear that too. And it's true. You look at some of the players that have been dumped here in Phoenix, and some of them have had some issues, and maybe that partially could be true, but you wonder all these people in people's ears now, kind of throwing out all this negativity about Phoenix, and it's just unfortunate now, especially now it's completely gone.
I think the negativity relates to the arena process and the cities that have stepped up and built, and then didn't get it done as far as the financing was concerned. I think very little positive or negative has to do with where players live during the winter, or where players live permanently, or whether the rehab facilities are great. Of course they are. But that would happen, frankly, whether an expansion franchise comes to Phoenix or not.
So I'm just your personal opinion on this. All right. So we being the Phoenix Coyotes, now Arizona Coyotes, we're Winnipeg Jets. That's who we were. Atlanta Thrashers went to Winnipeg. When it comes to the history of the Winnipeg Jets to the Phoenix, Arizona Coyotes, does that go to now Utah, or is Utah start from scratch and it goes back to Winnipeg?
Well, that's all back and forth. It usually goes with the franchise.
Yeah.
When I was dealing with the NFL in my stadium situations, and the Browns left for Baltimore and became the Ravens, the fans were so adamant about getting a new deal, and they got a new stadium done quickly. And the expansion process happened, and Art Modell was allowed to move, and he moved anyway. But the record book and the franchise record stayed, and so you have the old Cleveland Browns, and the record stayed in Cleveland. It's a case-by-case negotiated deal. Most times the records move with the team. Some cases in markets who responded really quickly, the records stay.
So, Rick, my last question for you. How about somebody comes in and just secures a quick lease somewhere with the promise of building a stadium moving forward?
So there we go.
Are we going backwards on that, or is it going to be demanding that they have the stadium moving forward? I mean, if you got someone else to come in and go sign a 10-year at Gila River or Footprint or whatever with the promise, does that work, or will they throw water all over that?
They won't throw water all over it, but the financing plan has to be real.
Yeah.
And it has to be committed. And the money has to be there, has to be in the bank, has to be provable. And that's whoever it is has to come in with the fee that Gary Bettman accepts. And now the fee is measured not against any other deal, but it's measured against what the next expansion process looks like. So, if it says anything to the people in Arizona, it's you got to make sure the arena deal happens.
Sure.
And you got a fighter in Gary Bettman, but he's got to have the ammunition to fight with.
Rick, got 30 seconds, so we'll give you 30 seconds to say you're a huge Florida Panther fans now. Right?
Well, listen, I was 30 years ago when Gary Bettman was part of that process when we got that Miami arena done, and it was a Heat arena. But then Wayne Huizinga stepped into that, and I was part of all that, which was great. And then the Rats were a history. Scott Mellenby killed a rat, and all of a sudden the team was fine, but got blown out in the finals. And now we watched them for 2 years in a row, plus winning the Stanley Cup. And it was really exciting to see that fan base unbelievably blow up. And it's a lesson to South cities and Sunbelt areas where you get the arena done, you build the history, you take advantage of the transplants who remember hockey, and you build on it. And so this was a success, long time in coming, and deserved.
Rick, thank you as always, buddy. Have a good week.
You too, man. Talk to you soon.
Rick Horrow, sports professor. RickHorrow.com. Rick Horrow all over on social media. Coming up, football at 50, the latest with Dak Prescott's sexual suit. But first, are you one of those guys that wears sunglasses inside? I bet Jimmy B does.
Absolutely.
It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, Fox Sports 910.
A day to remember. The least anticipated album tour. July 10th, Desert Diamond Arena. A day to remember with special guests. The story so far, 4 years strong, and Scowl. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Desert Diamond Arena box office. The wait is over. Don't miss A Day to Remember, produced by Lucky Man Concerts.
Is it time for an all-in-one wireless printer with tons of connectivity options? With Document Solutions of the Valley, you can buy, lease, or rent models that work off of your smartphone. Call 623-252-8282. Document Solutions of the Valley. Our service can't be copied.
In the market for an electric charger for your place? Looking to upgrade your under cabinet or closet lighting? Look no further than Arizona Electrical Family. From service calls to new home installations, home remodels, and even TV mounting, we've got you covered. Visit azelectricalfamily.com or call 602-577-1392 to learn more about our comprehensive services and to schedule your free quote today. Power up with the best. Visit azelectricalfamily.com to book your free quote now. AZ Electrical Family. Quality service you can trust.
Hey, sports fans, celebrate every big game with El Bandito Yankee, an ultra-premium tequila made from 100% Blue Weber agave in the highlands of Jalisco. Their certified additive-free Blanco and Reposado feature a unique oxidation process for a rich smoothness without that tequila burn. That's why they've won platinum and gold medals and are now listed as one of the world's top tequilas by Rolling Stone. Head over to your local store, favorite bar, or restaurant and enjoy. Go to elbanditoyankee.com and break out the Bandito with the official tequila of game day.
The Scottsdale 4th of July celebration at Westworld with Scottsdale's biggest fireworks show in history. This year, escape indoors to 72 degrees and stay red, white, and cool. Fun and games for the whole family. Tickets now at scottsdale4th.com.
It's back, the 11th annual Scottsdale 4th of July celebration at Westworld. This will be the largest fireworks display in Scottsdale history. You will love the Copper State Rodeo Company bull riding and mutton busting, which is presented by yours truly, Lerner and Rowe. There's even a Winter Wonderland, and I'm really excited for the 5th annual Parade of Heroes, recognizing outstanding leaders for their tireless efforts to protect and improve the lives of Arizonans. A great time for the entire family at the Scottsdale's 4th of July celebration.
Boy, do I wish you said that on air so it could be a
drop.
Get ready for double the fun on the 101. Introducing the Salt River Rewards Program at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort, the Valley's newest and best. With multiple tiers and endless benefits, we've got something for everyone. Don't miss out on the excitement. Salt River Rewards, the Valley's premier player rewards program, now at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort.
We've made 2 additions to the board in the first hour of the show.
Limitless fun on the 101.
I won't tell you who, but we made 2 additions.
SaltRiverRewards.com.
As Charmin, we're so excited for Pride Month, we just had to sing about it.
I mean, we might have some stuff. I have at least one thing so far.
Charmin is proud to partner with iHeartRadio for Can't Cancel Pride for the 5th year in a row. And while Pride is only a month long, our support rolls on forever.
And yeah, you kind of greased the wheels for the chaos.
For the first time in years to Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish?
Well, that's not true, but just in terms of droppable like rewind stuff.
In a 101.
You're hot. Happy National Sunglasses Day. Big question is, do you wear sunglasses indoors? Do you ever wear sunglasses indoors?
I have a couple of times. By the way, that was a great song by Corey Hart. I wear my sunglasses at night. What happens
Were you a freaking FM DJ?
Well, I used to be. Good evening, everybody.
So you did late nights? I started 2 to 7 in the morning. That's when I started.
Did you really?
Yeah, in college.
Oh man.
No,
that's
early
I did
The
not.
only people that were listening were like the guy cleaning at McDonald's. You know, can you play some Michael Stanley Band for me? Because I was, Ohio, and they're from Cleveland. But but you see those. I can't say the word. Guys at at a bar. Not like Twin Peaks, but certain bars, and they're wearing those sunglasses. And they're going to say, "Oh, they're prescription." Shut up. Well, you look like a tool.
I do, and I look like a tool because sometimes, as you know, when I'm doing the radio show, I'll put my glasses on. Most of the time, I have contacts, okay?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All I know is when somebody wants to take your picture, both you two guys, you take your sunglasses, or your glasses off. I don't understand that.
You
gotta be styling. You gotta be styling.
But this is who you are.
Yeah.
You are 2 people that wear glasses 24/7.
No,
but when
I
you
don't.
take a picture, you take them off.
We're more
They
handsome.
know you from watching you on all the podcasts or YouTube, and then they see you with your glasses off. Makes no sense.
We're a little more handsome without our glasses on. So
I don't think so. You look smart when you have the glasses on.
But
Don't
leave
jocks
on.
when you don't have them
But
on.
I have warned them, like if I got done playing tennis or golf, we go to a sports bar afterwards, and I don't have them with me, and the game's on that I want to watch, and I can't see it real clear, I'll put the sunglasses on so I can see the game.
Get it. Don't get it.
It's also National Handshake Day and National Bingo Day. 45 years ago today, 1979, Muhammad Ali announced that he was retiring as champion, and that this retirement would be his final, and it was. Speaking of boxing, 36 years ago today, I remember this. 88, Mike Tyson dropped undefeated Michael Spinks in 91 seconds to defend his heavyweight title. That night's national anthem took 2 seconds longer.
Wow.
93 seconds to the 91 seconds of that fight. And in 94, 26-year-old Anna Nicole Smith married billionaire 90-year-old J. Howard Marshall. If you recall, Jimmy, she was topless dancer in Houston. Did you do TV in Houston?
I did.
You did?
Yeah. Well, I did a lot of games there.
Did you do? I asked the question.
Yeah,
did you do TV?
Yeah, I did. I didn't anchor in Houston.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah.
I anchored in Dallas.
Wait,
okay.
You were an anchor?
Yeah.
You did news.
No,
sports anchor.
I did
sports anchor. I don't call them anchors. An anchor is the news guy.
I did that late in my
sports
career.
person's just to throw in. Weather person's just to throw in.
He was the sports. We did the sports director too, Jimmy.
Yes, I was.
He was the anchor for the sports. He was there. He was the guy.
San Francisco, Dallas,
he was
Pittsburgh.
Craig Fooey of the Dallas, Houston, what other market?
Yeah.
25 different markets.
Yeah, pretty much. Was my neighbor.
But Fooey, you would say, he's the sports director. You wouldn't say
Yeah.
sports anchor.
Well, I didn't say that. I didn't want to brag it up that I was the dude.
Hey,
But I
football
am
at
the
50, a little late, brought to you by G2G Protein Bars. Texas judge has dismissed the claim that Dak Prescott, who was claimed there was a lawsuit against him, sexual assault, that has been dismissed. So good to see that get dismissed. I think she was trying to get $100 million.
Oh, yeah, she was. Yeah.
They found
how'd that work out?
Nothing to see here with that whole thing.
Hey, if you haven't had a G2G protein bar, you got to try them. You could get them at Costco in the refrigerated section. I love the peanut butter banana chocolate. If you've ever had one, they have 8 different flavors, no preservatives. You put them in the refrigerator. They're perfect on the run. Go to g2gbar.com to check it out for yourself, or just head into Costco. Coming up, hour number 2, we're going to catch up with former Phoenix Sun, Casey Jacobson. He's going to join us for a little bit, so we're looking forward to catching up with him. Talk about Ryan Dunn. I'll make a case where I think I'm the only one at this table. Well, Jax, I likes the pick.
I didn't say I dislike it.
I guarantee if I would have started the show by being negative about the pick, you guys would have all jumped on board.
No, I told you I
went positive, and you guys were like, oh, okay.
Well, no.
I made a point. I sold you guys. You would have came on the show if I wasn't here, and both would have beat up the Suns and say they should have went with a point guard. They should have went with a backup center.
I would have not have beaten them up.
Mine was preferential. I'd have preferred a point guard. I think you need a point guard more so than another wing.
Because you have all that experience in the NBA.
I've watched enough. So I think they've got the shooters. Okay, this is going to be a young kid. And I think they could have used an actual point guard to distribute the basketball. That was my whole contention.
Tyler Kolek just went to the Portland Trailblazers.
20.
There you go.
Technically the Knicks.
What's that?
The Knicks.
Oh, wait, he went to the Knicks? Oh, okay.
Technically.
Oh, well, they
Knicks have what, 20 picks?
It's unbelievable.
10 seconds.
Wow. Hour number 2 from Twin Peaks, Scottsdale next.
Clear.
Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B has been sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing.
Life's a sprint. Meet G2G protein bars. Grab and go fuel for the office, links, and daily grind. Score an 8-pack at Costco or explore flavors at g2gbar.com. Quick, delicious, power-packed G2G protein bars. Setting your pace.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, historic rivalries tip off with shareable bites, and every shot you take is a game winner. All season long, you're balling with 29-degree beer, courtside seats, and scenic views. I mean, where else can you pair wall-to-wall hoops with hard-to-find whiskey? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late-night bites.
Need an electric charger installed or a TV mounted? Contact AZ Electrical Family at azelectricalfamily.com or call 602-577-1392. That's azelectricalfamily.com to book your free quote now. AZ Electrical Family. Power up with the best.
It's NBA Draft Week, and the iHeart app has you covered with great podcasts like This League Uncut with Chris Haynes and Mark Stein, The Doug Gottlieb Show, The Odd Couple with Chris Broussard and Rob Parker, and more. Search NBA Draft and start listening. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Ashley Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. For a limited time, save $500 on select Tempur-Breeze mattresses, or save $400 on select Stearns & Foster mattresses. Plus, get 5-year special financing on select in-store purchases made with your Ashley Advantage Synchrony credit card. Hurry to your local Ashley store or ashley.com for the best 4th of July mattress deals. Going on now, only at Ashley. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. No minimum purchase required. See store for details.
Is getting gas at Chevron burning a hole in your wallet? Get the Drop app. With Drop, you can earn free gift cards just by filling up your tank. Download Drop now. Use code DROP77 to instantly receive $5 in points.
Digestive health issues can take over your entire day, leaving those like Taylor, feeling bloated and uncomfortable. Hi, Taylor. I'm Ellen. How did you get into my bathroom? Never mind that. You need to try the Squatty Potty. The squatting position is clinically proven to increase emptiness for 85% of individuals. Much better. You can go now. Available now at Walmart and Amazon.com. You can go now.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or straighttalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligibility requirements are met. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Broadcasting from the Rappy Law Group Studios. This is KGME Phoenix, KESC HD3 Phoenix. Listen on the free iHeartRadio app, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
NHL awards on tap tonight in Las Vegas. Former Coyotes goalie Connor Ingram is a finalist for the Bill Masterton Trophy. Reports say Suns guard Eric Gordon will decline his player option and become a free agent. He averaged 11 points over 68 contests with Phoenix last season. Jordan Montgomery drew the start for the D-backs in today's matinee rubber match with the Twins. The Cardinals are holding 9 open practices during training camp, plus a 10th for season ticket holders. Players report for camp on July 23rd. And the Mercury are back in action tomorrow when they take on the LA Sparks. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
A mostly sunny start to your Thursday with mostly sunny skies in the afternoon, a high of 110. And then tonight, temperatures dropping down to 90 degrees. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Anita Roman.
This report is sponsored by Citizens Clean Elections Commission. Life can be overwhelming, but becoming an informed voter is as easy as visiting azcleanelections.gov for official nonpartisan voting information, so you can feel confident about your ballot choices. Visit azcleanelections.gov and get democracy done.
Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B is sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing. It's Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks Scottsdale, located on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard in the 101.
Rock, just throw to these however you want.
Sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Proudly sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing and is powered by the injury attorneys Lerner and Rowe. In a wreck and need a check? Make one call. That's all. 602-977-1900. And always online at lernerandrowe.com. Now time for Calling All Sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on Sports 910.
Day number 2 of the NBA draft is underway. Suns currently sit at number 56. That could change. There's talk, some rumors that there may be some movement. After yesterday, they did the deal with Denver, moved down, and selected Ryan Dunn from Virginia. We'll talk a little bit more about that. When they did that deal with the Nuggets, 22-28, they acquired the 56th pick and 2 future second-round selections as part of that deal. D-backs right now down 11-0. 11-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning. And they are just getting absolutely rocked.
19 runs in 2 games. And this one's got several more innings that had 19 runs in 2 games. They only scored 1.
I don't remember a year since the inception of the Diamondbacks where it's been such a roller coaster of blowouts. I mean, absolute blowouts. And it's very unfortunate because the pitching is just so bad. And I don't know what they're going to do at the trade deadline. Well, I don't think they're a playoff team. I think it's pretty obvious they're not a playoff team.
They're only, though, a game or 2 out of the wild card.
I know, but come on.
I'm
the way they're
you.
getting beat,
I get
it's not like they get beat in the last inning, the last 2 innings.
Right.
I mean, the game's over in the 3rd inning
in
some of these games.
Well, Jordan Montgomery coming in this game was 3-0. His ERA was at 2.70, went from 6.7 down to 5.7. He was pitching good baseball. And you're running into a team, this is a good Minnesota Twins team, but the bullpen, I mean, in their wins has been relatively strong. It's just a matter of can you get that, Zach Gallen back quick enough. Hopefully Saturday he gets his start. When you get Merrill Kelly back, maybe early mid-August. Erod, they're hoping to get him back soon, whatever that means. He's going to do another MRI here coming up soon. It's just a matter of can they hang in there. I like to say hold serve until and stay in the wild card hunt or stay right in the thick of the wild card hunt.
And the broadcast had earlier when Jordan came out, Montgomery, he was so pissed off.
Sure.
I don't know what he kept throwing at the wall in the dugout, but he kept throwing it, picking it up, throwing it again. It looked from the distance from where I'm sitting, it looked like a a hair comb.
I thought it was sunglasses.
It could have been. I don't know, but it looked like a hair comb. But hey, they just went yards, so there's a big comeback.
Yep.
Marte 11-1 now.
You know, it's one of those ending
Solo
games,
shot.
one of those games that Diamondbacks get blown out. That Josh Coleman who went to the bullpen, he come into the long relief. He'd be that guy for 4 or 5 innings just to kind of get through the game. And if the Twins keep this up, hell, they might put a position player in about the 8th inning just to close it out and save your bullpen. Get ready for the Oakland A's coming in.
Didn't that happen in the Philly game? Didn't they have a
Position
catcher?
player?
Yeah,
Tucker
catcher,
Barnhart.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tucker Barnhart came in and
Save the bullpen.
The bullpen catcher wasn't available.
Yeah.
Where's Mark Grace when you need him?
Yeah.
Bet the game, watch the game, Sportsbook and Casino Arizona. We're there every Monday. Take the points there on Saturdays. They have 3 live betting windows, 6 self-service betting kiosks, plus 8 screens. Play all the betting odds. Check it out for yourself. Open daily from 8 to 11 there at Casino Arizona in the CAZ Sportsbook. I want to get back into this since I was out. I don't give a hoot if you guys care, but it's all about me. That's why my name is first on the marquee.
Your world, we're just passing through, Rock.
Yeah, and I wanted to play some sound of Gary Bettman at the Board of Governors meeting in regards to the future of the Arizona Coyotes, because I think it is pretty bleak. You know, there was a little bit of hope there for a few months. I never thought Morello was going to get this deal.
Agreed.
I never thought it. I totally knew he wasn't going to get the deal. Not because it was going to get canceled. I thought he would have got outbid. And I think one of the biggest issues he has is he really, really wants a sports book. He's a casino guy. That's his background. He wants to be, I think, the first NHL team. He wanted to be the first NHL team to have a sports book in their arena. So I don't believe there is one. If there is, I have not seen it. I haven't been to all of them, but from my understanding, there aren't any.
And didn't he lose his license when he canceled this out? I thought he lost his license here in the Valley or Arizona.
Well, he would have, yes,
Yeah.
because you needed the arena for that.
Correct.
But because it went to Mullet, they couldn't do it at Mullet,
Right.
so he was kind of screwed, because that's just a huge moneymaker. But I look at this, and I have so many people come up to me and they're like, "Oh, he's this, he's that." I'm like, he's a businessman.
Sure.
He walked away with $600 million.
Yep.
He buys a team for $400 plus, sells it for $1 billion, put in what, maybe 50. I mean, the guy walked with $500,000 or $500 million. Businessman.
He did exactly what, when you look back, what he came in.
And he doesn't care. He's not going to live here anymore.
Right.
He's going to sell his PV house. He's going to wear the next day.
And that business side of it, I think that was the whole contention is, okay, you're going to make $1 billion. You got to give so much away, so you $600 million walk away. Now you got to go pay for the rights fees again, another $1 billion. That's
you have to give that $1 billion back.
Exactly, and that's what cost you another $1 billion to build an arena. It did that up.
There's so many people that are mad at this guy. I mean, I wasn't a fan, honestly. I mean, I wasn't, because I thought he was too inexperienced. The people he brought in, especially his son, who had no experience running a hockey team, they cared about diversity, which is cool. But in hockey, I don't care about the apparel. You don't need to have so many pink hats to sell. But it was a big deal to them, and that's what they wanted to do, and it's their right to do that. But guys walking away with $500+ million.
Right.
Shoot, good job, Alex.
Well, he hoodwinked.
That's
everybody.
why he's a billionaire.
Okay, that'd be right. But I mean, when you mislead the public,
how do you mislead the public?
Okay,
everybody keeps saying that.
Rock, he came in. He wouldn't pay on his lease.
You're a salesman, man.
I get it. But
it worked out probably. If we have a conversation with him, having a couple drinks, he'd be like, "It worked perfectly."
Sure, he hoodwinked the fans. He hoodwinked Arizona.
Exactly.
He
hoodwinked pissed about that.
He hoodwinked Gary Bettman. Pittman is pissed at him right now. Yeah, well, where's the good faith? Where's the good faith intentions?
Business.
Okay, if that's it, then maybe they did a bad job of vetting him out. Then
That's fair.
I got to blame.
I would totally agree with that.
The National Hockey League going, all these governors going, wait a second.
The reason why he didn't get an NBA team, why is that?
Well, maybe they did a better job of vetting him than they did here. And I think that's one thing is like, okay, Alex, we see exactly what you're doing. I talked about this a while back, but to see him, and I agree with you, once that thing went down in Tempe, I will say this, I've been on record. I think his heart was in that whole Tempe thing. They just did a bad job of educating this 60+ constituents the proper way of voting. They were behind the 8 ball.
We don't know if his heart was in it because we never heard from him.
Well, I will say this.
He had people talking for him.
But I will say, is knowing some of the Tempe City Council members, and I know one for she said they were dialed in, they were down there all the time, they had the voting, they had the permits,
But not necessarily Alex. Was he there with his little dog in his little meeting?
No, he showed up periodically. He was there. They were. I will say he was dialed in, and they were going to pay and do everything. What their problem was they did not get out in front of the voting thing. It was lame. We even talked about this, Rock.
No, he spent $1 million.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. They had 2 town halls. Are you kidding me?
So let's get to Gary Bettman. So he's at the board of directors, governor's board of directors meetings.
Yep.
And this is an interview with Sportsnet. 3. And here his response to what went down the night the news hit when the Stanley Cup was being hoisted to the Panthers.
Commissioner, first off, as the Stanley Cup was being awarded the other night, there was a report that came out about Arizona. Can you tell us where that stands and what the situation is with the Coyotes?
Yes, Alex Morello, the owner of the Coyotes, has formally advised us that he is not going to reactivate the Coyotes. As I think everybody knows, the state of Arizona canceled the auction that would have served as the basis for bringing a new arena for the Coyotes. And I think circumstances and political climate conspired against the Coyotes being able to move forward.
2 minutes.
I think it was a smart, wise, appropriate response for Mr. Morello to conclude that people shouldn't be led on by the prospect when it was clear there was too much opposition to a new arena.
So he chose his words wisely. You could hear him pausing, making sure that he didn't expose too much.
I think that the last phrase of people being led on to feel that they're going to have this.
Yeah, to your point, Manuch, he's pissed at him.
He's upset.
You can feel that.
And I think he's like, Alex Morello, you did all of us a favor. The National Hockey League, the city of Phoenix, the blessing in disguise hopefully will be a few years down the road where somebody really wants to come in, build an arena that's a hockey guy or a billionaire that wants to go through all the ramifications before an expansion team comes here.
I wish we didn't get so hung up on the arena and just stayed in Glendale. If they could have figured it out. There are cities like St. Paul, Minneapolis. There are a lot of cities. Look at Florida. Sunrise,
Florida.
I mean, it's outside of Miami.
It's closer to Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah,
about 20 minutes.
So it's the same thing.
Now,
it's a suburb arena, and so they're slow on week nights.
But here's the thing.
But weekends they're full.
Glendale wanted to work it out with him, Rock. He wouldn't pay his rent.
Oh, I know.
They wanted to work it out with him. They were forced by Morello. Is another one of his tactics. I'm not going to pay. What are you going to do? Well, we want to work with you because we like to keep you here. If you're going to sign a 25-year lease, we'll give you options if you go build your own arena. We'll go give you just pay us out whatever or sublease. They wanted to keep this thing. That's when I went, wait a second. They want to keep you, and then you go to the Mullet Arena? I mean, that didn't make sense at all. So he hoodwinked the city of Glendale because they wanted him to stay there.
Hey, if you're in a market for an electric car and you need to get the power, the 220 put in your garage or at your place, contact AZ Electrical Family at azelectricfamily.com, or you just call them direct, 602-577-1392. That's azelectricalfamily.com. You can have them come out, get a free quote. They power up with the best. Visit them online at azelectricalfamily.com and book your free quote now. So what are you better at than 80% of people? I want you guys to think about that.
Okay.
But first, a Thursday Fox Man Vice. That has nothing to do with dating or social media. It has something to do with something has to do with each and every one of you right now, this minute.
Wow.
If you're in your car. It's Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B, Fox Sports 910.
Clear. When you're hurting a car, truck, or motorcycle,
how are we doing this?
Will take you from wreck to check, from crash to cash, from accident to whatever rhymes with accident. And we'll help you with all the details in between. We'll help you get to the right doctors, even if you don't have health insurance. We'll help you get your car fixed. We'll help you get your doctor bills paid. And then we'll fight with the insurance companies to get you every dollar you deserve. Hurt in a wreck? Call Lerner and Rowe. We're with you every step of the way.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
The Scottsdale 4th of July celebration at Westworld with Scottsdale's biggest fireworks show in history. This year, escape indoors to 72 degrees and stay red, white, and cool. Fun and games for the whole family. Don't miss fan favorite Copper State Rodeo Company bull riding, mutton busting for kids, and more. Presented by Lerner and Rowe. Come check out the 2nd annual Cold Beers and Cheeseburgers Summer Slider Eating Contest Championship. Get your fill of fun and games like musical chairs, cakewalks, and more on the main stage. Presented by Wright Toyota and Wright Honda. And of course, everybody's favorite backyard barbecue by M Culinary Concepts. See the presentation of colors in the national anthem. Plus, the 5th annual Parade of Heroes, honoring outstanding leaders in 6 categories. It's the Scottsdale 4th of July celebration at Westworld with 12 News and Scottsdale's biggest fireworks show in history. Tickets now at scottsdale4th.com. Presented by R Entertainment and M Culinary Concepts.
You ever have a case of the Mondays? You won't if you tune in to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B from 1 till 4 as they broadcast live from the CAG Sportsbook at the CAG Sports Bar. That's every Monday from Casino, Arizona.
Investing in a high-quality misting system from Fogco will be the coolest decision you ever make for your home patio, pool area, or commercial property. Fogco, the Valley's original manufacturer of high-pressure fog systems, is one of the pioneers in the misting industry for over 35 years. Let Fogco transform your outdoor living and entertainment areas into a cool and soothing tropical showcase. If you're looking for quality, reliability, and value, get a free quote at fogco.com. That's FOGCO.com.
A day to remember. The least anticipated album tour. July 10th, Desert Diamond Arena. A day to remember with special guests. The story so far, 4 years strong, and Scowl. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Desert Diamond Arena box office. The wait is over. Don't miss A Day to Remember, produced by Lucky Man Concerts.
It's not just about what we put into the wash. It's also about what comes out. We can learn a lot about our kids and who they really are. Tide and Downey, proud supporters of iHeartRadio and P&G's Can't Cancel Pride, stand as allies within the LGBTQ+ community and believe in everyone's right to embrace their true selves. Learn more at can'tcancelpride.com. And happy Pride Month from Tide and Downey.
I've always gotten tons of UTIs. Cranberry products never worked for me, and I was desperate for a way to be proactive. I'm Jenna Ryan, CEO and founder of Eucora. We've worked with doctors to develop effective urinary tract health products. Just mix a packet of Eucora with water and drink it when you need support, like right after intimacy. Eucora is helping over 100,000 women stay healthy. Ready to join them? Get 30% off at eucora.com/radio. That's UQORA.com/radio.
Do you roll like Rock when it comes to romance?
What do you say we go out on a date? Some chicken, maybe some sex. You know, see what happens.
Rock searches the world for tips on dating, divorce, marriage, and even... Here's Rock's Myth Bites.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Oh, I'm taking the high road here. That's nothing to do with any of that you just heard from the big voice guy. This has to do with the summer being here and the scorching hot temperatures across the country. So I got some tips on how to quickly cool down a hot car.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I'm all ears here.
Yeah.
So start driving and turn on the air conditioner, obviously, right? Your car's air conditioner works better when you're actually driving versus trying to cool it down when you sit there, stationary.
Okay.
So get in your car and go, then turn it on.
Okay.
Don't sit in the parking lot and fire that thing up. It ain't going to work. Also, while you're doing that, open your windows for 10 to 20 seconds. It takes that long for the AC to start cooling, so it'll be helpful and it'll get that heat out.
Yes, okay.
You probably know that one. Once the cold air starts flowing through the vents, roll up those windows. Keep the rear ones cracked for another 10 to 20 seconds to pull the cold air to the back of the car.
What if you have a coupe and you only have 2 windows? I have a 2-door.
Just work with what you got, Jimmy.
Yeah,
That's what I'll
figure
do.
it out.
I'm just asking.
Be hot then.
I'm just asking.
Set the AC to the lowest temperature and adjust the fan speed in the direction to make yourself comfortable, Jimmy. Okay? If you have passengers, which you probably don't in your little car,
Nobody rides.
turn off the circulation mode that they have.
Yeah.
So the air, it goes to the back. We don't want to keep it. No, to hell with the people in the back. If you have a car that auto stops and starts at red lights, which some of you do, you might want to try to disable it. It's not good for the AC.
Wow.
It'll save you some fuel and all that. And a couple other bonus tips I have for you. Keeping your cabin air filter clean is good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like me. If I need new tires, I get a new car. I'm not going to go get a new filter. I wouldn't even know where it is.
You like it's going back.
Get a new car every year.
It's like taking the old water, the old water jugs to the store. Rock,
Yeah.
no, I'm done with it. I'm taking it out. Bring me a new water jug. Bring me a new car.
Once my tires go, it's time for a new car.
What do you get? 60,000 on those tires? 65,000 miles?
I get like 15. Tesla.
Oh, really?
You get maybe 15 to 20.
Wow.
Because the way the car is so fast, the way it takes off, it's not good for the tires.
Oh, wow.
So literally, I've had to get tires at least one. I'm being facetious. I've had to get tires, and I've had a car for 1 year. This is my third
You're
Tesla.
kidding.
Each year I've had to get tires.
That's amazing. Man. I'm pushing
stupid
60,000 miles on my tires.
I get 50.
And I was telling somebody today, I get so much crap, and I'm one of the most conservative Trumpers, and I drive a Tesla. I get the worst looks, man. People hate Tesla drivers. All I know is I do quite well. Capitalism at its best. The amount of money I've saved having a Tesla from having an SUV. I miss it. I got a backup Jeep in case the world ended, but I'm good.
When are you going to get the Tesla truck? Have you seen that?
I don't like them.
No, I don't either.
Ugly looking.
Nah, it's so ugly. But people like them, though.
$125,000 for that bad boy?
Probably. That's what those cars are.
Got that in his wallet.
Where else would it be? Sometimes there's too much emphasis on being the best, right, Manuch?
I would say
or at
so.
least not the worst.
I'd say at least not the worst. Being humble.
But you really just want to be in the 80th percentile. People are online, I saw this, and they're talking about things that are better than like 80% of other people.
Mm-hmm.
So here are some of the responses.
I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
No, you
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Picking the slowest line at a store. You guys pretty good at that?
Yes.
You are?
I look for that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Having a good internal clock, meaning you don't need an alarm clock to wake up.
I
don't need one.
Yeah, I do. It's kind of regular. About
yours goes off.
My internal clock, about 6:30. Well,
do you have a regular alarm clock?
I do, right on the side of the bed.
But does it go off?
Yeah, it does. Every morning.
I don't set
You
an
guys do
alarm
not
clock.
have an internal clock for this show. You blow past breaks all the time.
Yeah, come on. I'm always no. Come on. I'm pretty close.
We have not hit one on time today. Not one. We've been over by at least a minute every time.
Well, we don't hear you telling us.
Flexibility. We got a little
Well, that's not
flexibility.
true. Don't you start on a Thursday, your first day back, saying I'm not in your ears, telling you how much time you have.
Who is this guy talking
Yeah, I
to me right
figured-
now in my ear?
I figured you would.
Father
Schumer?
over.
That's
Father
Father
Schumer's on vacation all the time. He was off last week when I was off. Then I believe he's off next week.
Yeah.
Then a week after that.
I'm off next week too.
You get more vacation than anybody I know, other than myself. Other things, minding your own business, finding misplaced commas in sentences. I'm good at that. Parallel parking, I suck.
Oh, I'm good.
I am not 80%. Well, your car's the size of a freaking Volkswagen Bug.
That's why I'm
I
good
got to
at
tell
it.
you, that is challenging for me.
How about throwing a frisbee?
Well, I can still do that.
80% better than everybody else?
Oh,
No.
not 80%.
That's
No
the whole
way.
thing. That's what this is
No,
all
no,
about.
no,
So
no.
go back to the parallel parking. Are you 80% better?
No,
Oh, I'm sure
not.
I am.
Come on.
I can roll in a heartbeat.
If I had that automatic parallel
what
park,
drive?
I would do it.
Well, yeah, if you had that, I don't need that.
There's a new trend it's called TikTok, Jimmy B, where people are putting spring onions in their coffee.
What?
It's supposed to be the hottest drink of the summer. Onion coffee.
What?
No, thank you.
Why not? I'd
No,
try it.
spring onions in
You
your
like
coffee?
French onion soup?
I love it.
So
Love
why
the
wouldn't
thing.
you like a little
No way.
onions in your coffee?
Got my coffee, my black is black. Can't have no onions in there. I mean, I cut out cream.
Manuch
Now, if
would-
it's healthy for you, I might try it. They
Hey, Shu, you want us to go break early to make up for the four other segments? We got 4 minutes to go. Okay.
now he's telling you no.
Hey, your random fact of the day. The Florida Panthers, who we know defeated the Edmonton Oilers to win a Stanley Cup on Monday. That means it's now 31 years since a Canadian team has won the Cup back in 1993. Good job, Jimmy B. 31 years. You did the math. Montreal Canadiens beat the LA Kings.
Yeah.
There are 32 leagues, or 32 teams. 7 are based there in Canada.
That was a situation where Los Angeles made that huge blockbuster deal for Wayne Gretzky, and he came to the LA Kings, and then they were hoping that it was Bruce McNall was the owner at that time.
Wow, there's a name out of the past.
Who invested all that money in the Kings. They took over Los Angeles. The Kings were the real deal then, and they got to the Stanley Cup final, and the Canadiens beat them.
Didn't McNall also, didn't he, own the Argonauts, and he kind of get in trouble?
I think
John Candy was part of that.
He got in trouble.
He got some tax evasion problem. He had to go ahead and
Bruce McNall.
sell both those teams.
Yeah.
So the top stories today, if you are just joining us, one is that the NFL has been ordered. The jury in the U.S. District Court today ruled that the NFL violated antitrust laws in their out-of-market Sunday afternoon games on the Sunday ticket. $4.7 billion in damages.
Wow. Because the jury was going to rule, they had a number, they can do it times 3, like the antitrust violation when USFL beat the NFL.
Yeah, for $1.
For $1.
So this one ended up being the league has to pay $4.7 billion in damage to the residential class, and then $96 million in damage to the commercial class.
Woo.
So what does this mean for us that has had the Sunday ticket? Not sure. I'm anxious to see. All of a sudden, we're going to get a nice rebate. 2.
I've been a part of one class action lawsuit. I got $20. Like Wells Fargo is a mortgage situation. I had my mortgage with Wells Fargo for like 10 years. And they had some shenanigans and even realized it. Got a thing in the mail with a check for $20.
$20.
So I know the NFL is just, man, I wish we had Rick Oro on right now. The NFL, we know it's so big, but let's be realistic about this jury announcement. $4.7 billion.
With a B.
What does that mean now? NFL's going to pass it on to us. It's going to pass it on to somebody. Where's the money come from?
Well, and Goodell made the argument, hey, look, we priced that we're putting in the market what the market will bear, right?
Yeah.
And the jury came and said, no, you basically gouged, the user.
But how they gouge us? Because there's nothing to go by.
Well,
how do you compare it?
And
what are you comparing it by?
That's what Goodell was saying. Look, we just kept, we had the demand was there, the sales were there. We just kept raising it. And I think the contention was the jury that, okay, there's some point in time they looked at it as far as gouging or overpricing the marketplace. And that was all contention. So when the jury got a hold of it, they said, that's not fair, what you did. So $4.7 billion. And the jury, by the way, is part of that settlement. They decide on that settlement.
Hey, real quick, the Knicks now have the number 51 and 56 pick in the draft today after trading number 40 to the Suns. And the Suns, with the 40th pick, used it on Marquette center Oso
Iguodaro.
Thank you. The newest Phoenix Sun. He's 21 years old. He's from Chandler, played at Desert Vista High School.
Yep.
13 points he averaged, just close to 7 boards with Marquette. Wow, got a local guy.
So, yep, they got a local guy, and they have a backup center.
We'll catch up with former Stanford and Phoenix Sun player Keith to get his thoughts on that pick, along with Ryan Dunn. Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B from Twin Peaks. Clear.
This is what's trending on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix.
D-backs pitcher Jordan Montgomery was pulled from today's start against the Twins after giving up 8 runs in just 2 innings. Reports say Suns guard Eric Gordon will decline his player option and become a free agent. He averaged 11 points over 68 games with Phoenix last season. The NHL awards take place in Las Vegas tonight. Former Coyotes goalie Connor Ingram, a finalist for the Bill Masterton Trophy. The Cardinals are holding 9 open practices during training camp, plus a 10th for season ticket holders. Players report for camp July 23rd. And the Mercury will take on the Sparks tomorrow. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Join the team at the largest towing company in the state, All City Towing. We're hiring dispatchers, call takers, lot attendants, drivers, and customer service personnel. Enjoy benefits like the state's most advanced towing equipment, set work schedules, a healthy 401k, employer match, health benefits, employer-paid life insurance, and a monthly fuel allowance. Ready to take your career to the next level? Visit us at allcitytowing.com. All City Towing, where your future is on the move.
What's up, guys? Jason Payne, owner of State 48 Roofing. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook, #SexyRoofStatus. All of our work using state-of-the-art materials and 5-star workmanship. Our inspections are free. You heard me? Free. Go to state48roofing.com to schedule your free appointment today.
Life's a sprint, and you need a quick pick-me-up. Meet G2G Protein Bars, the ultimate grab-and-go meal replacement. Whether you're hustling in the office, enjoying a day on the links, or conquering the daily grind, G2G is your perfect fuel. Score an 8-pack at your local Costco's refrigerated section, or explore amazing flavors at G2GBar.com. Quick, delicious, and power-packed. G2G Protein Bars, setting the pace for your energetic lifestyle.
Get ready for double the fun on the 101. Introducing the Salt River Rewards Program at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort, the Valley's newest and best. With multiple tiers and endless benefits, we've got something for everyone. Don't miss out on the excitement. Salt River Rewards, the Valley's premier player rewards program, now at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort. 2 properties, 1 amazing club, offering limitless fun on the 101. Discover the best in the Valley at saltriverrewards.com.
A day to remember. The least anticipated album tour. July 10th, Desert Diamond Arena. A day to remember with special guests. The story so far, 4 years strong, and Scowl. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Desert Diamond Arena box office. The wait is over. Don't miss A Day to Remember. Produced by Lucky Man Concerts.
Fogco, the Valley's original manufacturer of high-pressure fog systems, has been cooling their customers for over 35 years. Fogco provides their customers with results that exceed their expectations, with reliable misting and fogging solutions that you can count on all summer long. Head to fogco.com.
Need an all-in-one wireless copier and printer or IT help for your business? Call Document Solutions of the Valley, the official copier and IT solutions company for Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Document Solutions is leading the Valley in business solutions for copier and IT service. They'll support your business no matter how big or small. Take advantage of either buying, leasing, or renting many makes and models of copiers. For a free quote, call 623-252-8282. Document Solutions of the Valley. Our service can't be copied.
CEOs You Should Know gives you an opportunity to learn from some of the voicemail from Casey executives across Arizona. Hey, it's Jody Ayler, and I'm excited to learn. So come join with me by searching CEOs You Should Know Phoenix on your free iHeartRadio app.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data, all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligibility requirements are met. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com.
Shop Macy's Backstage today for amazing deals on everything you need for summer. Get low prices every day at Macy's Backstage. Find a store near you at macysbackstage.com.
All right, you're going to come back clean. I'll let you know when I got them.
Arriving daily.
You're hot.
Of course, Phoenix Suns making some moves today as it just went dark on my computer.
Okay.
Well, the guys were kind enough to put down the trade, and now it's gone. Did you touch your computer?
I did not touch anything. I don't do it. Now it's back. I see it. Do you see it?
There it is.
Okay.
There it is. If you're just joining us.
I didn't touch
They
it.
made a move with the Knicks. Boy, are the Knicks busy.
They want to win.
They moved up to the 40th pick.
Yep.
Draft day 2. They traded the 51. The Knicks now have 51 and 56. Traded number 40 to the Suns. And the Suns got their center.
6'10". Yep. Oso Ighodaro.
I don't remember him much at all.
Yeah, he was. I remember at Desert Vista. He's a player, a real athletic kid.
He's a player.
He's a hell of a player.
He's a basketball player.
Damn good. Well, Damn good player, Rock.
When I hear player, it's like some guy at the bar on Friday night. He's the player.
No, he's the kid's got all-around game. He moves well, shoots well, rebounding. I mean, he's the kind of young man that you can really work with, develop. He can get bigger, much bigger, and he's just really good around the basket, as they're saying. Decent shooter.
Do we know how big he is? He's 6'10", but how like beefy he is.
I don't know if
Casey's
he's
there.
beefy.
235.
Okay.
235?
Thank you.
6'10", 235.
That's not bad.
I don't know. You need a little bit more than that.
Put about 20
Casey
pounds
Jacobson
on it.
joins us now for Phoenix Suns, and of course,
Casey's
the Cardinal.
235. Casey weighs 235.
Casey, you do not know. Casey doesn't weigh that. How you doing, Casey? What's going on, man?
Hey, guys. I do not weigh 235. No way, no how. I've actually lost 15 pounds in the last 2 monts. I weigh 200 even.
Wow. It's you gotta look good.
Built like a coat rack.
Gotta look good for TV, right? You gotta look good. You gotta look good for FS1. I hear you. Hey, the Ryan Dunn pick. What do you think? I made a comparison earlier on the show. You know, this guy's a big defensive guy, and I said Bruce Bowen, a guy like Bruce Bowen, a defensive weapon, guy that really didn't score a lot of points, but man, he was definitely a big asset for the San Antonio Spurs. And with Budenholzer now being on board, maybe he's looking for that defensive guy on his team. What are your thoughts on that type of comparison?
Well, first of all, I have nightmares of Bowen playing against him. He was one of the more physical and definitely bordered on like dirty player. I know that's like a swear word, but there were times where I thought Bruce Bowen, pushed the boundaries there of that. But I mean, obviously built a career and was respected as one of the best defensive players. Was a 3-and-D guy, right? And when Bowen was playing, we didn't use that phrase 3-and-D, but that's what he was. And when you're picking in the 20s, I was the 22nd pick of the 2002 NBA draft. You're not, as a franchise, you're not expecting a starter. You're not expecting an all-star. What you're looking for is a player that could be a role player, maybe develop into a starter. But he's got to be able to kind of help you now, I think, for a team like the Suns. And Ryan Dunn, I saw him play many times in Virginia. It is exactly that. So yeah, it's like some of these guys are drafted purely on potential. They are 2 or even 3-year projects. Ryan Dunn is not a 2 or 3-year project. He's a guy that the Suns would like to put on the floor as a perimeter stopper or 3-point shooter. And he's long enough that he can finish on the break, dunk over guys and stuff like that. So, but like a veteran, and would be one of the rookies that I think people would expect to play a role right away, and not a 2 or 3-year project.
Casey, with all that being said, with him going to the hoop and not having that great shot per se, does the defense outweigh the offensive side in this Suns offense, you feel?
Yeah, I mean, he's a better defensive player than he is an offensive player, but, like offense is still the harder to find asset. If you ask any scout or anybody that knows, evaluating basketball, you can find guys that are better defensively than are offensively. That's why, James Harden is an MVP despite the fact that he can't guard a bar stool. It's just, it's one of those things. But I actually think that Ryan Dunn can do both. I think he could score for you offensively and defend.
Casey, I'm real curious. Where do the Suns go now as far as finding a possible point guard who can at least come off the bench and give them minutes? They went and they selected a 6'10" center, local kid from Chandler, Desert Vista High School. They just selected him in the second round to back up Nurkic. I'm just curious what you believe that they need to do now as far as free agency will begin.
I don't know. I don't have a draft board in front of me, but if we're looking at point guards, who are the point guards that are still left out there? I just saw KJ Simpson from Colorado got scooped up. He'd have been a nice little piece, a guy that can defend, can score, can pass, make decisions like that. Who else do we have on the big board that's still left over?
There aren't many. There aren't many now.
You got Trey Alexander, Tristan Newman.
Yeah,
just a couple names there.
I'm not sold on those guys. Tyler Kolek was the guy I was hoping they would get out of Marquette, but he's gone.
Yeah. So I thought Jamal Shedd also went off the board. A nice little pickup, I think, for the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah.
Even though Jamal Shedd's small, he's one of those guys that'll just do all the dirty work and has really developed into a shooter. Tristan Newton is an interesting one to me as a second-round pick, just because Tristan Newton has been at UConn the last 2 years when they won national titles. Did not start his career at UConn, kind of developed into a player, transferred, and became just, one of the studs. His size is awesome. I believe Tristan Newton's about 6'4", 6'5" at the point guard position. Not an incredible speedy player, but really plays under control, has developed into a nice shooter, very good decision maker, and just a tough competitor. In the second round, a big point guard that's been on a winning team and has led, his organization to back-to-back national titles. That would be a nice, to me, a good play if you're looking for a good decision maker in your backcourt, and a little bit more of a safer pick in the second round than some of the other big swings you might see.
Casey, with the French players and international players look like they pretty much were the soup du jour, the first 10 to 15 picks. Why do you think they're ranked higher than the domestic guys in reference to what we're seeing in basketball nowadays? We know the game has grown, but when you see these young guys, the Wembanyambas, last year, why do you think the ranking as far as them coming out with more value as opposed to our domestic guys?
That's interesting. I don't know the official answer on this. I know The Athletic, I believe, had an article on this morning that I didn't get through. But first of all, some of these French guys are super long and super athletic.
Right.
Is it possible that this is just kind of a anomaly, that it just so happens that there's been a 2-year stretch with Victor Wembanyama and now Alex Sarr and Raiche that just kind of the moons aligned in France, and they produced some awesome basketball talent in 2 years. I don't think this is going to be the norm where you're getting French guys every single year in the lottery. But I think it'd be also silly of us to say that the Wembanyama thing didn't have an impact on this. His success and
3 minutes,
where he came from and his development in France, certainly from everything that I've seen, read, heard about Wemby, he was a serious NBA prospect. He didn't come to America. He wasn't like, hey, I'm in France and we don't produce enough good NBA talent. I have to go to America. He was like, no. I can play in the French league. I can develop with coaches and trainers out here. We have all the infrastructure and everything that I need to become a good player. And he did. And there are others behind him. So I find that interesting that these young players who maybe 5 or 6 years ago would have been like, hey, do I need to move to America and go to college? No, I'll just stay in my homeland and develop as a pro.
2 minutes.
And if I'm good enough, they'll see me. They'll see me and I'll be drafted lottery. I find that interesting and fascinating.
All that being said, it's all said and done with Mike Budenholzer and this Suns team. You think they're set to go? Training camp literally right around the corner in reference to this team coming together, talking about having Devin Booker go ahead and work on his three-point shooting and bringing this team even closer together. How do you see with this draft and this team moving forward as they get ready to go into camp here in a couple of short months?
Well, I just can't wait to see this team have some more time. I know we all want it to happen yesterday or the day before yesterday, but that's just not how some of this stuff works. What did not work were two things for the Suns last year. Health for Bradley Beal. He was never fully ready to go. And then two, and we knew this one starting out, no point guard. That was the kind of, all right, hey, you don't have a point guard. You don't have an all-star center either. But there's been plenty of teams that have had a ton of success without an all-star center. There have not been a ton of teams that have been constructed like the Suns with 3 massive paid and massive scoring wings that don't have a point guard to organize things. So it was something that everybody was wondering how it would go, and it didn't go so well.
1 minute.
So I'm just interested to see what kind of tweaks that Budenholzer can make, because obviously he's a smart guy. Obviously he knows the weaknesses of this team, and obviously he thinks that he can solve them. It's got to be his number one thing. We'll see. I mean, I haven't talked to him. Have you guys? But I want to see some of the tweaks maybe in their offense that they might make. But first and foremost, let's get everybody healthy on the floor and see how they go.
Casey, before we let you go, about 45 seconds left, the Olympics coming up. This is not going to be a cakewalk for the United States men's basketball team. There are terrific teams that will be competing from Europe that will be there. I just see this to be a really difficult road.
Yeah, that has been the case for the U.S. team for what now, 20 years? I remember when Sean Marion was my teammate with the Suns back in, I believe it was 2004, and he went over either it was for the Olympics or something else, and they didn't win gold. And it was like kind of the first eye-opener, like, oh, what's happening? What's happening? It's been going like this. Basketball has been a global game for a long time, and I would say that the lure for the U.S. players and our super teams has been less and less. LeBron, to his credit, has always thought that the Olympics were important. I don't feel the same sense from some of the other players that is as big or as important. So until that happens, until our number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 guys think that it's their duty to represent their country and go out and kick some tail, we're going to be vulnerable, and we can be beaten by teams like Argentina and Slovenia and Spain and France and Canada. It can happen.
Yep. Well, I know you can kick some tail at Arena 23. They're over at Arizona and Warner. You guys are
good pub out there on that.
I mean, 120 outside. All the kids inside training or running around.
I appreciate that. Yes, we just opened 2 weeks ago, Arena 23 indoor sports amusement park in Chandler. Yes, we have AC, and we have a bunch of sports games that people of all ages can come in and have a good time.
Where'd you get that idea? When I went online, I checked it out. I'm like, this place is kick ass.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just. I mean, I'm 55. I mean, I don't know if I can enjoy it like a 12 or 15 or 18-year-old. But where'd you get the idea, the concept?
My wife and I, Brittany, ran a trampoline park business in Mission Viejo, California for 5 years.
Okay.
While we were running that business, I just kept looking around that park and thinking to myself, yeah, trampolines are cool, but you know what would be way cooler? A sports park. And that was just the idea. I didn't know exactly what it would look like, but I was just like, a sports entertainment park. That would be fun. And I've spent many years researching, and I finally was able to open one up and was able to achieve the vision. I think it's really, really fun. And so far we're getting great feedback.
Can we come out and do a live show there? Would you be open to that?
Of course.
You have to come on. You have to sit on. You have to do the show for like an hour with us, though. I mean, that's part of the deal. Talk some basketball for an hour and everything else. You good with that?
Yeah, we'll do it inside the batting cage. I'll hit balls while we do an interview.
Awesome.
Deal.
I like
All right, we will. Let's get that conversation going, and let's do this in the next month. So we'll make that happen, Casey. We appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a good week.
That's Casey Jacobson joining us. You can follow him on Twitter, CJacobson23. So we'll be out at the arena. Why not? That'd be kind of fun.
Sure.
He's brought to you today by All City Towing. If you're looking for a career with incredible benefits, maybe you're looking for something new, go to allcitytowing.com and search careers. That's allcitytowing.com and search career. Coming up next, we need a contestant to challenge one of the beautiful Twin Peaks girls here in Scottsdale. The fifth caller we'll take right now, 602-260-9191, 260-9191. It's our Twin Peaks Picks Challenge here on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B.
Join the team of the largest towing company in the state, All City Towing. We're hiring dispatchers, call takers, lot attendants, drivers, and customer service personnel. Enjoy benefits like the state's most advanced towing equipment, set work schedules, a healthy 401k employer match, health benefits, employer-paid life insurance, and a monthly fuel allowance. Ready to take your career to the next level? Visit us at allcitytowing.com. All City Towing, where your future is on the move.
Arena Sports Grill in Scottsdale on Bell Road is your home for billiards, poker, and trivia. And now, the Roc and Manuch Amber by Huss Brewing. Stop by today and experience top sports viewing, off-track betting, daily specials, and ice-cold Roc and Manuch Amber drafts. Arena Sports Grill.
In the market for an electric charger for your place? Looking to upgrade your under cabinet or closet lighting? Look no further than Arizona Electrical Family. From service calls to new home installations, home remodels, and even TV mounting, we've got you covered. Visit AZ Electrical Family electricalfamily.com or call 602-577-1392 to learn more about our comprehensive services and to schedule your free quote today. Power up with the best. Visit azelectricalfamily.com to book your free quote now. AZ Electrical Family, quality service you can trust.
It's back, the 11th annual Scottsdale 4th of July celebration at Westworld. This will be the largest fireworks display in Scottsdale history. You will love the Copper State Rodeo Company bull riding and mutton busting, which is presented by yours truly, Lerner and Rowe. There's even a Winter Wonderland, and I'm really excited for the 5th annual Parade of Heroes, recognizing outstanding leaders for their tireless efforts to protect and improve the lives of Arizonans. A great time for the entire family at the Scottsdale's 4th of July celebration at Westworld.
The Scottsdale 4th of July celebration at Westworld, with Scottsdale's biggest fireworks show in history. This year, escape indoors to 72 degrees and stay red, white, and cool. Fun and games for the whole family. Tickets now at scottsdale4th.com.
Get ready for double the fun on the 101. Introducing the Salt River Rewards Program at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort, the Valley's newest and best. With multiple tiers and endless benefits, we've got something for everyone. Don't miss out on the excitement. Salt River Rewards, the Valley's premier player rewards program, now at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort. 2 properties, 1 amazing club, offering limitless fun on the 101. Discover the best in the Valley at saltriverrewards.com.
At Charmin, we're so excited for Pride Month, we just had to sing about it.
Is here, and it's our duty to come together and shake our collective booty. Charmin loves men's bodies and everybody else. We'll help you stay clean when you need it the most.
Charmin is proud to partner with iHeartRadio for Can't Cancel Pride for the 5th year in a row. And while Pride is only a month long, our support rolls on forever. Enjoy the go and enjoy Pride with Charmin.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. That's ZipRecruiter.
Man card by outscoring one of the beautiful Twin Peaks girls. Twin Peaks, the ultimate sports lodge and home of the 29-degree man-sized drafts. Twin Peaks, the best views in the gang. Open in Scottsdale, Phoenix, Tempe, Glendale, and Deer Valley.
You're hot. So, just going to make this programming note. You will start hearing soccer on our show.
We will.
Yes.
Soccer highlights.
So you guys start prepping.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Because I've decided to be a soccer fan.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
What's that?
I have adopted, my other job.
Yeah.
Breaking news here on the show today.
Yes.
Breaking
news. I have adopted the LA Galaxy as my new team.
Beckham doesn't play there anymore.
I was there last week on business.
Uh-huh.
Going to be doing some work with them.
Okay.
And I got to tell you, that Dignity Health sports complex that they play at, the big Beckham and Landon Donovan, statue. And and of course, last year being in Italy and went and saw, a champion.
Are you hooked on soccer now, Ron?
I find myself watching it. I can't believe it. I've been blasting the sport forever. And now you got, what's going on. Copa, I'm watching that. I can't wait. 3:00, Panama, USA.
Yeah. Huge match tonight. Opportunity to lock in a spot in the knockout stage. If we beat Panama tonight, big match.
But I'm worried about Argentina.
Listen, let's crawl before we walk here, Rock. Let's get to the knockout stage. We'll worry about Argentina later.
Oh, I'm just telling you. I don't know why I just got into it. Because I went to my first international soccer match. I think that's what it was.
Sure. Okay.
I
know you called us from there.
I called you there. Yeah, it was like, I don't know. It was 12 midnight out there, or 12:30.
It was nuts.
The time difference or whatever it was. But so we even got theme music now. Schubert and I are working on. We got some things brewing. Okay. So. I mean, I'm not stealing Dan Patrick's 1 minute or 5 seconds of whatever that was that the guys had there. But I think the fact that this city has gotten bigger in soccer, you got a defending champion with the Phoenix Rising. I do believe we're going to get an MLS team. There's a rumor of a arena or a stadium maybe going up in the East Valley.
I remember the last time we talked about an arena for a team here in this.
I know, but this is not an arena. This is a stadium. This is more of an outdoor stadium. That I know the heat is an issue.
It is. Absolutely.
But I go back to before the city got so big, 1993 when I moved here and I worked for the Phoenix Firebirds, or 92, worked for the Firebirds in 93. We were getting 10,000 people at night.
Well, if they're all night games, that's one thing. You can play them all night games.
Well, why can't you? Why can't you?
You
half your season you played at night, the other you're on the road and you played during the day.
Well, as long as you're not playing
Get
anything.
those misters, all that other stuff. Well, all right, let's go. We got to do this real Twin Peaks deal. So Aubrey is from Twin Peaks here. We got her picks from Jax. Steve, our caller. Of course, I got to start soccer. Panama and USA Today starts 3:00 here on Fox in Twin Peaks. What's Aubrey going with?
She's going with USA.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, how could you not go for USA, right? Steve,
Exactly.
I don't even need to ask, right, Shu?
Do you even
No,
know
you're
who?
good.
Okay.
Do you even know who Christian Pulisic is?
Yeah, he plays for Team USA.
Okay, I'm just checking you.
Athletics Diamondbacks. Who are the guys going with?
Aubrey's going with the Diamondbacks.
All right.
Steve watched today's game and said, you know what, the A's are going to win here to start the weekend off.
All right, and then we're a little CFL. Hamilton Tigers and the Tiger Cats and the Ottawa Redblacks. Sunday, 4:00.
So she thought it was pretty cool that it's tiger and cats. Like it's two animals in one name. So she's going with Hamilton.
All right.
Steve was very confused by a CFL game because you didn't talk about it beforehand. So when I told him the game, he was like, what? He took Ottawa.
Yeah, I did a bad job teasing that. All right, let's do my stupid dad joke.
Time for Roc's really bad dad joke of the day. I mean, really bad.
Missed you last week, Roc.
Really bad. Here's Roc.
So I went to McDonald's today, and I had a kids meal for lunch. His mother did not seem happy. What kind of tea? What kind of tea is hard to swallow? What kind of tea is hard to swallow?
Man,
hot tea.
Reality.
Oh, there you go. Okay, good one.
What did the drummer name his
1 minute
twin daughters? What did the drummer name his twin daughters?
Snare and cymbal.
No, and a 1 and a 2.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah. Hey, found out earlier this week our old producer, Glenn, got fired from the banana factory. Do you know why?
Why?
Kept throwing away the bent ones. And finally, what's a lawyer's favorite drink? What's a lawyer's favorite drink?
Got me on that one, Roc.
30 seconds.
A Sabina Colada.
Subpoena colada.
Subpoena colada.
Subpoena colada. Subpoena colada.
Oh, that's brutal.
Lifted without an umbrella.
Diamondbacks 13. Who's up? Next. Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B. Fox Sports 910. Clear.
Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B has been sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing.
Beat the heat with a patio misting system from Fogco. Let Fogco design the perfect misting system for your patio, pool, or leisure areas. Stay cool all summer with Fogco patio misters. Get a free quote at fogco.com. That's FOGCO.com. Fogco, serving the Valley for over 35 years.
Roc for RightToyota.com. At Right Toyota, they'd like you to get to know them. Their goal is to make buying your next vehicle the kind of experience that earns your recommendation to family and friends. They invite you to use all of their innovative web tools on RightToyota.com. So if you're looking for a new or pre-owned Toyota, head to their interactive website at RightToyota.com. The right price, the right selection, all at RightToyota.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Digestive health issues can take over your entire day, leaving those like Taylor, feeling bloated and uncomfortable. Hi, Taylor. I'm Ellen.
How did you get into my bathroom?
Never mind that. You need to try the Squatty Potty. The squatting position is clinically proven to increase emptiness for 85% of individuals.
Much better. You can go now.
Available now at Walmart and Amazon.com.
You can go now.
Pride Month is here, and Bounty is ready to soak up the celebration. There's going to be a whole lot of this, a whole lot of this, and a whole lot of this. Spills happen, but messes can't cancel the Pride fun with Bounty. With P&G and iHeartRadio, we're rolling out Can't Cancel Pride. A night of performances, togetherness, and a whole lot of partying. You bring the fun, we'll bring the bounty. Tune in to the Can't Cancel Pride live stream on June 12th or on demand after on iHeartRadio's Facebook, YouTube, and more. Together, let's keep Pride rolling at home or wherever you're celebrating.
Ready to transform your outdoor space? Hey, it's Derek from Level 5 Lighting. Our new patio and landscape lights are here to brighten up your nights and create the perfect ambiance. Save 10% now. Free quotes at level5lighting.com. That's level5lighting.com.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligibility requirements are met. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting from the Rappy Law Group studio. This is KGME Phoenix, KESC HD3 Phoenix. Listen on the free iHeartRadio app, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Reports say Suns guard Eric Gordon will decline his player option and become a free agent. He averaged 11 points in 68 games with the Suns last season. The Cardinals holding 9 open practices during training camp, plus a 10th for season ticket holders. Players set to report on July 23rd. The Mercury back at action tomorrow when they take on the Sparks. D-backs pitcher Jordan Montgomery was pulled from today's start against the Twins after giving up 8 runs in just 2 innings. The NHL awards take place in Vegas tonight. Former Yotes goalie Connor Ingram, a finalist for the Bill Masterton Trophy. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
Look for mostly clear skies tonight with temperatures in the low 90s. And then on Friday, mostly sunny with a high of 110 degrees. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Anita Roman.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Celebrate July 4th with savings at Lowe's. Right now, make your garden pop for summer with savings on Miracle Grow 25-quart potting mix. Get 2 bags for just $16. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii while supplies last.
Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B is sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing. Calling all sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Proudly sponsored by On Air
All right,
Sports
Sue,
Marketing.
come on.
And is
That guy
powered
didn't
by
even
the
get
injury
touched.
Attorneys, Lerner
And he's
Rowe.
crying on the ground.
Interlock and need a
You want to be a soccer fan? Welcome in.
That's the worst part of it.
2-977-1900 and always online at
Wow, they're all
LernerandRowe.com.
wussy.
Now time for Calling All Sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on Fox
You're hot.
Sports 910.
Copa America underway, USA in Panama. And last segment, we talked about the fact that we're going to start talking some soccer. So 30 seconds in.
Yep.
Guy from Panama barely gets touched. Starts crying like a little baby on the turf.
Like he got shot. Yeah.
They're so soft.
Soccer players, that's
The thing is about soccer. Here I am earlier saying
Yes.
I'm watching it now, but I will. There are some things I will say. There's a reason why.
It's why we laugh at it.
Well, there's a reason why so many people play it, because anybody can play it.
Yes.
That's why you're a little kid. Just go out and run.
Run around.
Just throw you on the field.
Yeah.
That's just go run, right?
Let
Just
him
go
run
up
around.
and down. Yeah,
Sure.
go follow the ball. Follow the ball. Go just do that, and you're fine. But no score yet, so we probably won't have a score for a while.
The overdramatic flops. It's part of it, Rock. You look at that. You're watching that Beckham series. When watching Beckham, that 4-series set that he had, was interesting to see a lot of that, how it plays out. They kind of gave it behind the scenes, behind the curtain or whatever. I thought it was outstanding.
Did you watch the Messi one?
I did not watch the Messi one.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Sue? Phenomenal.
I have not gotten around.
Oh, I thought
There's a
you
lot
were
of
like,
sports going on.
really?
No, there's a lot of sports
Like
going on.
what?
You got all
Baseball.
I'm sorry. The Copa America and the Euros are going on at the same time. The NBA draft's been going on the last 2 days. There's a lot of baseball happening.
The Messi thing's been out for over a year.
I'm a little busy.
You got to go on vacation next week.
I got another vacation in
Well,
a week and a half.
What are you doing the 4-hour plane ride, 5-hour plane ride? Watch it then, right? There you go.
My next vacation is only a 1.5 hour plane
Oh,
ride, so I will not
West
be able to
Coast.
sneak that in there.
All right. Hey, give us an update on the pick, Jimmy B.
Right now, Ryan Dunn. Dunn is the guy that they selected in the first round with pick number 22. And then they went for a local kid, a legit center at 6'10". He was a center for the Marquette Warriors. And so consequently, you get Oso Iguodaro, and he is going to be the guy who will presumably be the backup at center for Josip Nurkic. That's your update right there.
So let's get to Ryan Dunn.
Okay.
Virginia, a guy that had 75 blocks, 40 steals, all defense with the ACC for Virginia. We talked about it a little bit already, but my buddy at the refreshment stand, huge Virginia fan, the only one I know. I do not know anybody that is a Virginia fan. However, this one is a diehard to the point where he gets the local refreshment stand to open up early on Saturday or Sunday to watch baseball, Virginia, or either softball.
No. He's got some clout. What you're saying?
No, he's a diehard Virginia fan,
right?
And I guess the owner at Arenas looks at it like, all right, I can open early, and somebody's going to drink some beer at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'll make a few bucks, and I'll put one of the TVs on the Virginia game. So anyway, my point is with this guy. Told me a lot about this guy because nobody knows. Let's be honest. At least you follow college basketball.
Yeah.
I don't hear every talking head, any radio station, TV stations, especially TV guys.
I only
they all think they know the guy.
Yeah.
Nobody knows who he is.
Yeah, exactly.
But from what I got from him, very explosive, a very good cutter, which I think makes so much fun, so much sense with the Phoenix Suns because so many shooters, scorers. This could be a perfect fit. Now, shooting is an issue that he has. Everyone has said that, even my buddy. But if he can learn to get that shot down, specifically the three-point shot maybe in the corner, then I think this guy is going to be around a long time. The comparison that I have is Bruce Bowen. Great defensive player. They were close in size. Bowen was 6'7". Dunn is 6'8". Dunn's about 15 pounds bigger. If Dunn can become a Bruce Bowen-type player, this is a steal of a pick at 28 because Bowen was an incredible player.
He was.
All these defensive accolades,
yes.
First team, second team, number retired. And, Bowen didn't score a lot. He averaged 6 points a game. But he played with a team that had 3 superstars, and he fit in perfectly. And who happened to be his coach or assistant coach at the time?
All right, so what are you going to do with him if you're Coach Bud? What are you going to do with him? Is he going to get minutes when the 3 superstars are on the court, or is he going to get minutes with the second unit?
I think it's going to evolve. I don't think we don't know. I don't think anybody knows. Let's see how the summer camp goes, and let's see where it fits. And, I would suspect that he would be the second part of that.
Well, I say if he becomes that lockdown guy, you might play him a little more with the first unit periodically to go cover that outside shooter.
Depending on matchups.
Yeah, matchups with that lockdown. Look at the perimeter defense. It was horrible last year. The so-called perimeter defense. So maybe he's that guy that gets out there that can harass, go get on somebody, or go give whomever go give KD a blow when he comes in. KD can come in there and spell KD with whomever's in there and mix and match. But I think that you hope the kid gets some minutes and his productive minutes. You just hope that they get in there. So if he's as astute as he is, and you can start incorporating him, and he says he can handle the size and the game and the tempo of the NBA, then you hope to see that.
I don't think we should get real big expectations on the kid.
No, but
he's a first round pick.
Yeah.
These guys are, guys that sit on the bench until they find an opportunity, somebody goes down, whatever may happen. But I think there's all this expectation that this guy's going to come in and start. It's not going to happen.
No, and I think that but what a lot of fans look at is, okay, you got this kid versus a point guard or another shooter, another scorer.
You don't need them. You don't need another shooter.
So, but here's the thing. Well, you always need shooters, right? You need
how many? There's only one ball. How many shooters do you need?
But that's
you're going to tell me the 3 shooters they have right now is not enough, and then you throw Grayson Allen in there?
Well, they have to have somebody who can shoot it coming off the bench as well. They have to have
and
that.
and I also feel that the reason why I like the point guard more than this was to have the point guard to distribute to all three shooters in the game, working their game, trying to find their spot. And that's the main reason why I wanted that, so somebody could attack it. I thought Kolek was that guy. But all that being said, this kid can develop into, get his land legs underneath him as far as the tempo and some of the size and playing against some of these guys. That's what you're hoping to see, that maybe by Christmas, January, February time from this kid is a part of the rotation as far as the defensive side is concerned. Now, he can go to the rack. He can rebound.
He can do that.
He can slash or cut or whatever you want. He's got the athleticism. That's not the problem. Just doesn't have the shot. And when I hear a guy that's really sound defensively or is good athletically, I think of a big man like Amari Stoudemire. It took him like 2 or 3 years, like his third or fourth year, and he was a hell of a shooter. He's mostly a guy that played around the rim. And we had Coach Weber on several times, and former assistant coach with Mike D'Antoni said, we've been working with him for 2 years, finally got him away from the basket, now he becomes a threat. Well, if this kid can develop any kind of shooting, a little bit of shooting, then at that point in time, his game becomes even more so. Maybe he averages 6 points, 8 points a game.
All right.
Who knows?
So they didn't hire him to shoot.
No,
I know they
didn't hire him to score.
But what I'm saying,
they hired him to play defense.
If he develops his shooting range, which he could, makes him that much more valuable from that standpoint.
The Lakers pick is in, and everybody's waiting to see if indeed they do select Bronny James.
3 minutes.
And Shu has just informed me that they have selected LeBron's son, Bronny James.
That worked out as planned 4 years ago.
Yep, absolutely.
Right? When he set ground in L.A., that was always going to be the plan. I want my son to play with me here in Los Angeles. Don't need to move. He's got a house there.
Yep.
Kid lives there.
Hey, JJ, you just sit back and coach. We'll handle everything else, buddy. We'll handle the who we pick, how we do, and you go ahead and just sit there and whoever we get from that stand. So I think that you're right, Rock. Palenko went, all right, here we go, LeBron. We're going to get your son. And you know what? To his credit, hope the kid plays well. I hope he develops. If he's got to go in the G League or whatever, who knows?
Tough. A tough person to follow.
It is.
The lights are going to be on him so bright. You feel bad for him.
Michael Jordan's boys, they couldn't follow Dad. Walter Payton's son at football couldn't follow Dad. I mean, this is absolutely unbelievable, the kind of pressure that young guy's going to be under.
And, I mean, watching him, in college at USC, he was okay.
Solid.
Yeah.
The only reason why you kind of watched USC basketball because you want to see how good he was.
2 minutes.
Well, and on top of that, the combine, he did very well at the combine, but the knock on him, first round versus second round, he didn't play enough basketball per se. Didn't see enough of him.
Well,
and
he had a heart issue. That's why.
Sure, but that was also a concern for a lot of the NBA pundits and for the scouts. But again, they said he passed all the tests that they had from the combine. And why not? What a story.
When you see superstars and their kids. Like, I think the next will be Deion Sanders and his son.
Could be.
The QB.
Could be.
Will he be the guy that's going to get to that next level and be a superstar in the National Football League?
Marvin Harrison Jr. too.
Yeah, good point. That's a great one.
point.
Yeah.
But to have
he's already, first round pick.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Yes.
Senior.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. The two dad and son playing together.
They did
on the same field. I know they did.
1 minute.
I'm saying that's very, very rare for that to happen.
We are out here at Twin Peaks in Scottsdale. Great place to watch Copa America as USA and Panama are underway. No score, 11:34 in the first half as USA trying to kind of lock it in. And it'd be great for them to go far.
Get to the knockout round.
With the Olympics coming, the Summer Olympics in LA. Oh, man. I can't wait. I'm such a huge soccer fan, as you guys know. Al Michaels is coming back for the NBC's Olympic coverage, but not the real Al. I'll tell you all about that now. Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B, Fox Sports Line 10.
Clear. Valley traffic from the Valley Toyota Dealers Traffic Center.
State Route 51 southbound near McDowell Road. We have an accident off right. We also have an accident 10 eastbound. This is the Papago Freeway on ramp from Dysart. It's in the Gore Point section and a crash 51st Avenue north of McDowell.
This report is sponsored by Precision Air and Plumbing.
Hello, everyone. This is Gina Bryan, owner of Precision Air and Plumbing. And I want people to know we are a family-owned business that truly cares about the service and care we give our customers. Call Arizona's #1 rated family-owned business for 10 years in a row at 602 Fix My AC.
Arizona's headquarters for Toyotas is Wright Toyota. Hey, Rock, for my friends at Wright Toyota in Scottsdale. You will always find the right deal at Wright Toyota. Wright Toyota has been driving Arizona's home for years with their amazing service, pricing, and great selections. I encourage you to discover the difference at Wright Toyota. Make the right choice, Wright Toyota, just off the 101 on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard, and always online at WrightToyota.com. The right price, the right selection. Check out WrightToyota.com.
Upper Crust Pizza and Patio Wine Bar on the southeast corner of Cave Creek and the 101. Happy hour 7 days a week, 4 to 7, with $5.50 house wines and well drinks, $4.75 drafts, plus tons of food specials. Upper Crust Pizza and Patio Wine Bar.
It's back, the 11th annual Scottsdale 4th of July celebration at Westworld. This will be the largest fireworks display in Scottsdale history. You will love the Copper State Rodeo Company bull riding and mutton busting, which is presented by yours truly, Lerner and Rowe. There's even a Winter Wonderland, and I'm really excited for the 5th annual Parade of Heroes, recognizing outstanding leaders for their tireless efforts to protect and improve the lives of Arizonans. A great time for the entire family at the Scottsdale's 4th of July celebration at Westworld.
Investing in a high-quality misting system from Fogco will be the coolest decision you ever make for your home patio, pool area, or commercial property. Fogco, the Valley's original manufacturer of high-pressure fog systems, is one of the pioneers in the misting industry for over 35 years. Let Fogco transform your outdoor living and entertainment areas into a cool and soothing tropical showcase. If you're looking for quality, reliability, and value, get a free quote at fogco.com. That's FOGCO.com. Attention drivers. Drive smart, Arizona. All City Towing, Arizona's largest towing storage services contractor, reminds you to follow the Move Over law. When you see emergency vehicles, move over and slow down. Keep our roads safe for all. Brought to you by All City Towing.
Get ready for double the fun on the 101. Introducing the Salt River Rewards Program at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort, the Valley's newest and best. With multiple tiers and endless benefits, we've got something for everyone. Don't miss out on the excitement. Salt River Rewards, the Valley's premier player rewards program, now at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort. 2 properties, 1 amazing club, offering limitless fun on the 101. Discover the best in the Valley at saltriverrewards.com.
Celebrate July 4th with savings at Lowe's. For a limited time, save on the essentials you need to make your garden pop for summer, like Miracle Grow 25-quart potting mix. Get 2 bags for just $16 and get up to 40% off, plus save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances. Hurry, these deals won't last long because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 7/10. Miracle Grow excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount, excluding supply. See Lowe's.com for more details while supplies last.
Shop Macy's Backstage today for amazing deals on everything you need for summer. Get low prices every day at Macy's Backstage. Find a store near you at macysbackstage.com. Off price, on trend, arriving daily.
It's Thursday, and the guys are live at Twin Peaks Scottsdale, located on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard in the 101.
Explosive stuff as Brandon Graham is able to get in there. Spearheaded by Wentz, still looking for that tight end. So they work the middle, but not deep enough. Right in his face. Hunter got in there.
You're hot.
Just got a piece.
So Al Michaels is coming back for the NBA's Olympic coverage, but not the real Al Michaels. An AI-generated version of him will give Olympic updates on Peacock for their subscribers. It'll be customized to focus on just the sports that you actually care about, like all soccer, right? I mean, that's what you're going to get. Or whatever it may be in the Olympic sports. But if you don't want a particular sport, you won't get that. But the interesting is it's a fake Al.
It's AI?
Yes. The real Al Michaels had to sign off on this, and he's totally cool with it. And he said, this is a quote, when I was approached about this, I was skeptical, but obviously curious. Then I saw the demonstration detailing what they had in mind. He said, I'm in. So it's pretty cool. Like if you're on social media, Kevin Rowe, Lerner Rowe, one of our big partners,
right?
That's not him. It's AI.
Is it really?
The way it works, he told me, is he's doing these like promotional spots. I mean, some of them are real, okay? Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But there are some that he does where all he has to do is type in what he wants to say.
Right.
sends it off to his guy in Florida,
And he generates
generates it because they already got all the imaging and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
So that's why you see all this fake stuff on TikTok and X and all the press conferences. Caitlin Clark and Reese. By the way, can we say? Oh God, I wish this was. What is a bar?
Go ahead, Rob.
My whole bag.
Yeah.
Reese is going to get the Rookie of the Year.
I think she might.
She will.
I think she might. I can tell you this, that the game that they played this past Sunday, the viewership was 2.3 million.
Most in 23 years.
And when the game ended, it peaked at 3.3.
It's the highest rated ever.
Unbelievable.
Over 23 years.
Yes.
You can almost combine all of them.
Nice to have the rivalry.
Yes.
For those eyes, those two.
It's great.
So
looking at the odds right now, Caitlin Clark minus 600 to win Rookie of the Year. Angel Reese plus 400.
So
it's good value.
She's going to get it. Let's be honest. It's the world we live in.
You think it's because of that she's the minority and you can't look at the black versus the white whole
I hate
thing?
to say it, but yes, I do. I truly do.
I mean,
and I think Caitlin Clark has done more for that league than Reese has.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm not Reese to me. This has nothing to do with her skin color or anything. She reminds me of Danny Ainge. Like one of those, or Robert Ory. You just you hate the guy, but you watch.
Yeah,
you watch.
Yeah.
That's why I think I think she's going to get it because she is a hell of a player.
A hell of a player.
But I do think that for obvious political reasons or whatever our world is now. By the way, I can't wait for tonight.
Oh, the big debate.
Oh, I can't wait for the odds on the debate there, Jax.
Yeah. Hey. Give me. My wife was like, "Look, go do your quarterback. You do the shopping, whatever. Here's the."
Why
list.
won't she watch it with you?
Because I'll be out.
I found the odds. I found the odds. Trump minus 1,000, Biden plus 8,000.
I think they should both just go to sleep while they're doing it.
Go ahead, Shu.
No, I was just going to say, Rock, as the big soccer fan here on the show, we're going to test your fandom here because I don't know if you're paying attention. The U.S. got a red card. They're down to 10 players.
Oh, I didn't see it. I can't. They switched it back to Diamondback.
Yeah, this is going to look a lot different than the soccer that you probably want to see. So we're really going to test your fandom here today.
Well, I mean, it was on the TV I was watching, but the D-backs are making this comeback. If they win, it's a comeback. But 13-6. I mean, 13-6, bottom of the 8.
They're making a run, not a comeback.
Yeah. Really? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
No? Is that what it is? After a conversation we had last week?
Well, if they get within a run, it's a comeback. But
if they win, it's a comeback.
I totally disagree. They came back, and they came back.
Where are you coming back from?
From like down 11 runs.
So what's the matter? What the end of the game is the score. It's if you win or you lose. That's what it's all about. You're not going to remember 10 years from now what the score of this game was.
I remember that there's a lot of games that are a hell of a comeback, but they didn't win. There's a lot of basketball, football games. Totally. They're still 7 runs down. It's just
but they got two guys on. Let's go Sean right here. It's 13-9. Well, you never know what can happen. Hey, by the way, Daily Digits today.
Yeah.
The cost of a hot dog inside SoFi Stadium press box for the Copa America game, or match, I should say, between Costa Rica and Brazil. Take a wild guess how much this hot dog was. This is a hot dog.
$12.50.
Okay.
I'll go $23.
Okay. Shu?
$17.50.
$1.
$25.
Oh,
I went freaking hot dog.
I know.
Captive audience.
They just hose you.
They really do.
They do. They just hose you.
But this is the press box.
I understand. I know.
They're doing it to the media.
And media doesn't have any money.
They used to feed you. Marge Schott had it down back for the Reds. I mean, she was like the only one that used to charge.
That's correct.
Now they all charge.
Well, the Suns are charge you when you go to the game, the media.
No, they didn't. They didn't always. That's in the last 15, 20 years.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Marge Schott was back in the day.
When we were going over there, we charge. It was like $5 or whatever.
Yeah, but it was a buffet. You get whatever you want.
Yeah. Guys, I can tell you all the games that I started calling in the mid-70s.
See, the thing with USA Soccer, what you guys need to shut up. What you guys need to know is the fact that
Jimmy, please be quiet.
No, shut up. USA just scored.
They did,
and they're shorthanded.
Yeah.
So
who's shorthanded?
Who scored? Who scored?
Balogun scored.
Oh, Bally's one of my favorite players.
He is your player.
The number 2 player on the U.S. and they scored down a guy.
Does that mean they get their guy back?
That's
Like
no,
NHL?
no, it's not like a power play.
No.
It's not how it works. No,
I'm kidding.
Shorthanded goal for the U.S.
So they get their guy back. So now 11-11. That's how it works.
Oh, it's a beauty,
The
too.
thing about it, I mean, it's your team, man. The whole country's rooting for him. How can you not root for him?
I'll have to call my daughter. She's the soccer player. So she watches a lot of this stuff. She'll have to
Great shot.
bring me up to speed and with all this going on.
Left-legged shot outside the box. He bent it up into the left-hand corner of the net. Great shot.
Way to call that, Jimmy B. By the way, what were you saying rudely when they scored?
You mean when you were rudely
I told you to shut up?
Yeah.
When
Here's what I was
USA,
saying.
are you going to talk what Trump's talking tonight?
Oh, hell yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah.
You won't be able to understand what Biden's saying.
Wait a minute. According to all the websites, he'll be juiced up on.
I know. I've heard that.
Kinds of
He's going to be on Adderall or
He'll
something,
be on-
right? I mean, he's going to be on something to get him. He's ready. He's got Red Bull in there. He's going to be like going. Here's what I want to combination. Sad is that these two guys. It's what we have to run our country.
The combination Red Bull and Mountain Dew. I'm sure they'll pump
180.
that in
The
there.
other dope is 78. Golly, just get them both. Get them both out of here. Have them expire on stage. Expire on stage.
So you'd rather the VP come in and take over?
Anything.
Oh, I don't know about anything.
Anything.
Oh, come on. Honestly, I know you vote on that side. Just honestly. You'd be okay. You'd be okay with her?
No, I'm an independent voter.
Oh, you are? Why did you switch? You started coming around.
No,
3 minutes.
No, I've been an independent voter for a long time.
Never heard this.
Long time.
We've been doing this 3 years. It's the first I've heard. You've
Because
defended the left every time.
Well, yeah, because you're so far right, you're lost in space.
Move on. Okay.
That's why.
Why do we got to move on? Our program director is with KFYI. We can say that we want.
They're not listening to us at all.
I know. They're busy, man. It's a big day. Tomorrow's going to be even bigger because one of them is going to be a train wreck. I think.
Oh, man. This might go down as one of my favorite segments.
It'll be it's gonna be the highest. It may be Super Bowl numbers.
It could be.
I mean, everybody's like I was supposed to go to a grand opening for this Torch is having a re-grand opening. One of our places we used to be a part of. I'm like, are you gonna have the volume on? It's like I'm calling for the game's on. Hey, you gonna have the volume on in the game?
At least a good thing. They'll cut one mic off and back and forth. So
That's important.
That's important. Cut the mic off. Let them speak and go from there.
I want them both to take a swallow of water and then both pass out on stage.
See, that's mean.
Why
would you say that?
Why you say that?
Why not? Because they're old rat bastards.
Look who's talking. You're the same age.
Yeah, but I'm in much better shape than those dopes.
Oh man.
You think those guys could beat me in the 40?
You think they'd want to beat you in the 40?
You think Donald Trump or Joe Biden can carry their golf bag on a bike?
Damn straight.
Very true. I don't know. Donald hits the ball pretty good.
Hey, look, I live about a half a mile or so from the clubhouse. From the clubhouse.
Sure.
So it's easy to throw it over my shoulder and ride my bike to the clubhouse.
You need to do us a favor.
You want me to bring the bike
No,
up?
I want somebody to take a 15-second video.
All right, I can do
And
that.
have somebody with you riding your little tricycle with your little bag that you have 3 clubs on. You got the 2 golf balls in your pocket.
You're significant like Kim's got to tape it because your phone can't do that.
Oh, my
so
God.
she's going to have to take it, and then we might believe
I'm
you.
serious. There's no way you were going to the golf course
No way.
on your bike with your golf bag on the side.
Less than a half a mile.
Next thing you know, you're riding a bike with a refrigerator on your shoulder.
No, I'm not doing that.
73 days until the Cardinals season opener. It could get here fast enough after what we just talked about.
You're right.
They'll be in Buffalo to take on the Bills. And, of course, we got to talk about it. And we're going to catch up with Hauser next. Of course, Cardinals beat writer for Cards Wire at USA Today. But today we are out here at Twin Peaks in Scottsdale. Great place to watch the Copa America, by the way, 1-0. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I spoke too soon. 1-1. Oh man, we didn't get the breakdown from Shu.
Well, they're playing a man short. That's why.
Yeah. Well, they scored shorthanded.
They did a shorthanded goal, but then
and for the
came right
D-backs, they're down 13-6.
Yeah.
A long day for them, but it's almost over. Bottom of the ninth's coming up here in a bit, so let's hope that they can get this thing over, and then look forward to Oakland coming in town. Wait, it's in Oakland or is it here?
No, it's here.
Okay, good.
3-game series here.
Yeah.
We'll take a quick one. It's Manuch, Jimmy B, Fox Sports 910.
Clear. What's trending on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix?
NHL awards take place in Las Vegas tonight. Former Coyotes goalie Connor Ingram is a finalist for the Bill Masterton Trophy. Reports say Suns guard Eric Gordon will decline his player option and become a free agent. He averaged 11 points over 68 games with Phoenix last season. The Cardinals are holding 9 open practices during training camp, plus a 10th for season ticket holders. Players report for camp July 23rd. The Mercury are back in action tomorrow night against the Sparks, and Diamondbacks pitcher Jordan Montgomery was pulled from today's start against the Twins after he gave up 8 runs in just 2 innings. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
Look for mostly clear skies tonight with temperatures in the low 90s. And then on Friday, mostly sunny with a high of 110 degrees. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Anita Roman.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward, like banners, flyers, signs, and catalogs, some even same day. And now at Staples, save up to $50 on your print purchase. Offer N76. Visit staples.com/print for details. Boost your business with Staples, your local print and marketing expert.
Investing in a high-quality misting system from Fogco will be the coolest decision you ever make for your home patio, pool area, or commercial property. Fogco, the Valley's original manufacturer of high-pressure fog systems, is one of the pioneers in the misting industry for over 35 years. Let Fogco transform your outdoor living and entertainment areas into a cool and soothing tropical showcase. If you're looking for quality, reliability, and value, get a free quote at fogco.com. That's FOGCO.com.
Need an electric charger installed or a TV mounted? Contact AC Electrical Family at acelectricalfamily.com or call 602-577-1392. That's acelectricalfamily.com to book your free quote now. AC Electrical Family. Power up with the best.
Hey, it's Dom with Venezia's Pizzeria. You know us for delicious family dinners and huge party pizzas. But did you know we are great at feeding a large group too? Our full catering menu has a ton of variety, so everyone will find something they love. And the best part? We don't charge per head. Just tell us how many people you need to feed, and we'll handle the rest. Check out our catering menu at venezias.com. That's venezias.com. Venezias, a family and catering tradition.
There's something that binds us all. The constant hunger to improve. The obsession with every detail. And the reward of a custom fitting taking your game to a whole new level. We're all bound by 2 words said by golfers worldwide. Schedule your fitting at Vans Golf Shops. Find your local store at worldwidegolf.com. Get there.
Hey, it's Jax, co-host of Take the Points, the only local sports gambling radio show in Arizona. Tune in every Saturday from 11 to 1, live right here from the CAZ Sportsbook in Casino, Arizona. Let's cash some tickets.
Get ready for double the fun on the 101. Introducing the Salt River Rewards Program at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort, the Valley's newest and best. With multiple tiers and endless benefits, we've got something for everyone. Don't miss out on the excitement. Salt River Rewards, the Valley's premier player rewards program, now at Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort. 2 properties, 1 amazing club, offering limitless fun on the 101. Discover the best in the Valley at saltriverrewards.com.
You may not have any experience dealing with car wrecks, but Lerner & Rowe does. After your car wreck, you need an attorney to make sure your interests, repairs, medical bills, and lost wages are protected. Finding the right attorney is actually easy. Just look for reputation, experience, and results. Lerner & Rowe has thousands of 5-star reviews, decades of experience, and we've recovered billions of dollars for our injured clients. Hurt in a wreck and need a check? Call Lerner & Rowe today.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
It's not just about what we put into the wash. It's also about what comes out. We can learn a lot about our kids and who they really are. Tide and Downey, proud supporters of iHeartRadio and P&G's Can't Cancel Pride, stand as advocates within the LGBT and believe in everyone's right to embrace their true selves. Learn more at can'tcancelpride.com. And happy Pride Month from Tide and Downey.
Sarah Spain for iHeart Women's Sports, presented by Elf Beauty. The U.S. Olympic women's soccer team roster was announced Wednesday, with new manager Emma Hayes prioritizing versatility and youth. Roster and youngest overall major tournament roster since 2008. 9 players will become first-time Olympians. Jaden Shaw will become just the 5th teenager ever to make a U.S. women's national team Olympic roster. For more women's sports stories, subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on iHeart Podcasts.
When it comes to women in sports, e.l.f. Beauty is all about leveling the playing field. The same goes for the boardroom, where e.l.f. is one of only 4 publicly traded U.S. companies with a board that's 2/3 women and 1/3 diverse. Learn more at elfbeauty.com.
He's been covering the National Football League for close to 50 years. A longtime NFL writer, broadcaster, and Hall of Fame voter, Howard Balzer. Now on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. on Fox Sports 910.
After the last hour, we need to talk real sports. Howard Balzer joins us here on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. How are we doing, Howard?
Doing well. What were you talking about?
No,
we're not going
to. You don't want to know. It's the debate. All kinds of stuff. Soccer. Yeah. Jimmy B. A television anchor. Stuff like that. So, hey, I haven't heard much, and I'm wondering if you have. A lot of off seasons you hear about the quarterback having these private. Workouts with their quarterbacks. Have you heard anything with Kyler Murray with this very new quarterback crop?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the guys have talked about it. A couple of weeks ago, Michael Wilson, talked about Kyler getting guys together on the weekends, to work out and all that. And then Marvin Harrison talked about it earlier this week, or I guess it was last week. Greg Dortch did, Trey McBride did. They all said that Kyler they've been getting together since the end of the off-season program and will continue to do that through now and the start of training camp. So he's been doing a lot of that. And in fact, Michael Wilson was talking about, getting calls at 3 a.m., from Kyler saying, "Hey, how you doing? You want to work out in the morning?" And things like that. So yeah, they've been doing a lot of that. It's low key. Especially during the off season program, during OTAs and all that. They go out on the weekends to local high schools, in different places. So they've been doing a lot of that, working together on off times just to keep that communication going.
Howard, what you have gathered in talking with these guys during the OTAs and the mini camp with the offense and passing game specifically, what was accomplished during that time, and what does they hope to carry over this summer, and specifically going into training camp?
They believe, and we've talked to just about every main receiver there. Like I said, we talked with McBride earlier this week, and today we got the opportunity to talk with Drew Petzing, the offensive coordinator. And the thing is, it's just working, especially having Murray there and healthy. Which he was not last offseason. It's just all working on the little details and getting comfortable with each other. And McBride, for example, you guys might remember, the game against Atlanta last year, where there was a play. I don't remember if it was an interception or it was an incomplete pass, but in a crucial situation, McBride kept going on a route, and Tyler thought that he was going to stop. And he threw it to where he wasn't.
Yes.
And it ended up being an incompletion. And we asked McBride about that earlier in the offseason. And he said, I still have, bad memories of that play. He said, but anyway, I asked him this week about how important it was for the offseason to work on those things where guys get comfortable with each other and it becomes second nature. And so when to make that adjustment, when you know what to do. And so I think that's the biggest thing, especially in that passing game, of getting these guys, on the same page, and especially for younger guys who haven't been in the league, a long time. Obviously, Michael Wilson, second year, Marvin Harrison, a rookie. So, all those things I think are very, very important to getting those things worked on in the off season, and then continue it now, between now and training camp, and then doing it even more during training.
Howard Balzer's our guest on the Right Toyota guest line. All right, Howard. So now it's kind of like the so-called silly season. These guys have lots of time on their hands. We always look at the police blotter report. Some things have already happened, not for any Arizona Cardinal players, but for other players on other teams. In your estimation, you've been in the game a long time. How nervous are coaches until they get these guys back in training camp?
They're always nervous. They're always nervous. And it was funny when Jonathan Gannon spoke to us on the final day of minicamp. At the end of it, he said to us, "Okay, everybody have a good summer, stay safe, and this and that." And I said, "It's probably the same message you give the players, right?" He kind of just laughed at that, especially the stay safe part. But yeah, they're always a little bit nervous. But I think with this group, I don't know, there's just, you never want to overstate things. I think we, in the media always have to be a little careful of that. But here we are. The Cardinals are doing something that I don't know that any other team does. Off-season program's now been over for 2 weeks, and we've had several players that have talked to us in this off time. And they're all there at the facility. They're all still coming there. And so even though there's nothing official going on, they're working out, they're doing things together, they're continuing to do that. Training camp's obviously less than a month away. So I think that, Gannon and everybody, they like the approach of this team, how serious they are, how focused they seem on their jobs and doing the most they can and the best they can to win. And so I don't know that you always worry to a degree, but I don't know that there's that much worry, about these guys because of all that. And it's funny, I made a comment to someone the other day. I was just going to joke coming on that you guys interrupted my video game playing. But, it's just amazing to me that this continues to be thrown out there by some of the national media. But, Kyler Murray, he's a homebody. Even if he is playing video games a bit at night, after a long day or practicing or whatever it is, so what? He's not out in the clubs. He's not out getting in trouble. I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You can't do football 24/7. And so I thought that was a little strange, that whole take this week, especially with everything that we've heard from Kyler this year, everything we've heard from the coaches and from his teammates. And I know some will say, well, you expect them to say that. Well, to a degree, yes. But to the level of passion, so to speak, that these guys have said that. I mean, Petzing was asked about Kyler today. And his quote about the growth that he's seen, and he's only been here, obviously, for the last 18 months. And he said, I think he's just the type of guy that gets better every day. Sometimes it's physically, sometimes it's mentally, sometimes it's from the leadership perspective. But when you take the job in the sport as seriously as he does, I think you're always going to see that growth. So I don't think Petzing is just spitting in the wind and trying to fool us into what he sees from Kyler Murray. And I think that it's time that everybody loses all that other stuff and hey, just let him play. Let's see how this team does and judge by that. But let's not throw a lot of clickbait stuff out there that's just that's just done, I think, just to get reaction.
Howard, does Drew Petzing feel he can start to finally open the offense up now that Kyler's somewhat comfortable with what he ended up with, the last 7-8 games, that he can start to open up and do what they really want to do with this offense like he did with in Philadelphia and in Cleveland?
Oh, no question about it. No question. And in fact, I asked him about how exciting it is. And granted, a lot of these guys are young and they have to prove it on the field. But when you look at, a Marvin Harrison Jr., the guys they have come back at that position, Trey McBride, the running game and all that. And so I asked him, is that exciting to see all these pieces and to feel that you have the opportunity to do a lot of things with them? And his first answer was, he said, we're going to petition the league for 2 footballs all the time. So, but he did say how he's looking forward, to working with this group from what he has seen of them, the ability, the focus, and all those things. And there's no doubt, I think, that will enable them, to do different things because defenses won't be able to just, account for one thing. All we have to worry about is James Conner running the ball. All we have to worry about is this or that guy. Well, no, you got to worry about Conner running. You have to worry about Kyler running or passing. Throwing it to McBride, throwing it to the different skill set receivers they have, with Wilson, with Harrison, with Greg Dortch. And I think you look at that group, and there's pretty good depth, and I think it has the potential to really do some good things.
And real quick, Howard, the other ones I think really to bring up to speed, you mentioned Marvin Harrison Jr. and Trey Benson, obviously the rookies, and Zay Jones will catch on being the veteran he is. But there's that many guys that really have to kind of catch up. I mean, it's pretty much get those guys up to speed, and then it seems as though what I hear you saying, Drew Petzing can finally let the press the pedal down on the gas and go make this thing work like he wants it to.
Yeah, and I think we started to see that at the end of last season. And so now you just hope to advance from it. And you mentioned Zay Jones, and he mentioned that he was asked about Zay Jones and Chris Moore. There's another guy that was signed a little bit earlier than Moore, and he and Jones have both been around the league a long time. And he talked about the experience they brought into the room. They learned the offense fast. They love playing football. And so, those are guys that are going to add a lot of depth to that receiver room. So it really, he just seems genuinely excited about it and getting to camp and then getting to the season and putting it all to work on the field.
Howard, appreciate you, man. Thanks for giving us some substance, some good content. We needed it. We were a train wreck the last hour, so thank you. Appreciate you. We're back on track.
Anytime you need me to bring things back down to earth, you can always give me a call.
What do you got? What are you doing next? We have a 2-minute break. Can we call you right back? I mean, the wheels are still coming off. So, all right. Hey, have a good weekend. Thank you.
You too, guys.
That's Howard Balzer joining us. Always appreciate his time and bringing us down to reality.
Yeah. Get into some football talk.
Wheels came off there for a little while, so that's all right.
We recovered. We're back on track.
You would think that it's, July 4th right now. People are already kind of clocked out.
No way, man. We got several more days before we clock out.
Oh, geez.
Go time. Let's go.
We'll finish up next at Twin Peaks in Scottsdale. Copa America going on with the score 1-1 in that one. D-backs fell to the Twins today 13-6 as Jordan Montgomery only 2.2 innings, 9 hits, 8 runs, a walk, and a strikeout. Not one of his better outings. More Roc and Manuch. Jimmy B continues next here on
Valley Traffic from the Valley Toyota Dealers Traffic Center.
101 Price Freeway southbound on-ramp from Warner. We have an accident off right. 10 eastbound on-ramp from Dysart. We have an accident in the Gore Point section. And we have an accident 10 eastbound at 7th Avenue. That crash is sitting off left.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Get immersed in new worlds and ideas with Audible. Explore an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals, all in one easy app. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Join the team at the largest towing company in the state, All City Towing. We're hiring dispatchers, call takers, lot attendants, drivers, and customer service personnel. Enjoy benefits like the state's most advanced towing equipment, set work schedules, a healthy 401k, employer match, health benefits, employer-paid life insurance, and a monthly fuel allowance. Ready to take your career to the next level? Visit us at allcitytowing.com. All City Towing, where your future is on the move.
If you haven't tried G2G protein bars, today is the day. Find them in your local Costco's refrigerated section or online at g2gbar.com. Incredible taste and packed with protein. They are perfect for your on-the-go lifestyle. Check them out today.
The Scottsdale 4th of July celebration at Westworld with Scottsdale's biggest fireworks show in history. This year, escape indoors to 72 degrees. And stay red, white, and cool. Fun and games for the whole family. Don't miss fan favorite Copper State Rodeo Company bull riding, mutton busting for kids, and more. Presented by Lerner and Rowe. Come check out the second annual Cold Beers and Cheeseburgers Summer Slider Eating Contest Championship. Get your fill of fun and games like musical chairs, cakewalks, and more on the main stage. Presented by Wright Toyota and Wright Honda. And of course, everybody's favorite backyard barbecue by M Culinary Concepts. See the presentation of colors in the national anthem. But the 5th annual Parade of Heroes, honoring outstanding leaders in 6 categories. It's the Scottsdale 4th of July celebration at Westworld with 12 News and Scottsdale's biggest fireworks show in history. Tickets now at scottsdale4th.com. Presented by R Entertainment and M Culinary Concepts.
There's something that binds us all. The constant hunger to improve. The obsession with every detail. And the reward of a custom fitting, taking your game to a whole new level. We're all bound by 2 words said by golfers worldwide. Schedule your fitting at Vans Golf Shops. Find your local store at worldwidegolf.com. Get there.
What's up, guys? Jason Payne, owner of State 48 Roofing. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook. # sexy roof status. At State 48 Roofing, we are family owned and operated, born and raised in Arizona. We'd love to give back to our schools and community. Contact us at state48roofing.com.
Hey, sports fans, celebrate every
I thought it was at
day.
6.
El Bandito Yankee, an ultra premium tequila made from 100%.
I thought it started at 6.
In the highlands of Jalisco. Their certified additive-free Blanco and Reposado feature a unique oxygenation process for a rich smoothness.
Because down the hall, they're only doing a show for 2 hours, and they're carrying the debate live at 6.
One of the world's top tequilas by Rolling Stone.
They're actually at a remote right now.
Favorite bar or restaurant, and enjoy.
Yeah, Garrett's doing his show. Yeah, so they're doing.
Call of the day. If you're looking for a full-service law firm, just make one call. That's all.
This is just the Suns draft pick.
1900. Lerner and Rowe, voted Arizona's best law firm.
With the 28th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Ryan Dunn from
You're
the
hot.
University of Virginia.
Next Bruce Bowen, boys. We hope. I'm adamant about the pick. I loved it.
I know you did.
You guys are a little hesitant.
I am.
I wanted a point guard. I want that point guard.
I think there's going to be some point guards available this summer.
I hope they get a point guard. I don't
A
care.
point guard,
A point legitimate point guard.
I will say we debated back here. I mean, because, I have a big staff back here. We consider all different avenues. We did consider for a brief moment making this the one call today.
Out of the 40-something thousand people that I saw had a Diamondback shirt on.
Wow.
Okay, that's one observer or you son of a saying.
That's great.
We considered it.
I couldn't say it. Observation.
But instead, we can take this moment. A round of applause to Rock. He makes his first appearance on the board. He has his own page now.
Yeah.
Rock, and
All
it has
right.
that on it. Now,
Welcome
there
to
you
the family, Rock. How long have we been doing the board?
go. We've been doing it for a little bit now. You were gone, and some things occurred. So since we've gone completely off the rails, let's just continue to go down this road today.
Sure.
You missed this while you were gone.
Don Clendenin was my neighbor for a while.
That happened
Shut up.
randomly. So, okay, I'll set this up. So Manuch was talking about the 1969 Mets. And in the middle of what was a decent point by Manuch, he wasn't rambling. He was setting something up.
Wait.
Don
Clendenin was my neighbor for a while.
He wasn't rambling, Manuch?
No, it was
Not
a
a
very it was a good point in the context of what they were talking about, and Jimmy B said no, thank you. So we then had our first guest addition to the board. So that is one of the regions, and so we have what I think is going to be the one seed. I don't know how anything is going to top this. We had Steve Peters on, and as you know, he'd been traveling a lot. And this was ahead of what? Game 6, guys?
Yes.
So we had him on ahead of Game 6, and he delivered this fantastic quote.
I just don't want to go. I want to go home.
So that is the current one seed in the guest region of our bracket.
Absolutely.
He's my neighbor, and I haven't seen any cars. The lights aren't on at night. I'm like, I don't know if he got home yet from Florida.
Well, he had to go. He then had to go for the draft.
So
NHL
he's in
draft.
Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm anxious to see the Sphere
Yeah.
in the draft. People are like, oh, that's stupid. I'm like, why not? I mean,
it looks
gives
great.
me a reason to watch an NHL draft. There's nobody knows anybody that gets drafted.
That's correct.
Poor Steve. He after that comment went to Edmonton and came all
the way back to Florida.
He's getting some frequent flyer miles.
Yes, he is.
Good for him. So on my way home from Philadelphia and New Jersey on Sunday night, I got stuck on the tarmac for 5.5 hours.
You were on the tarmac?
5.5 hours. They kept saying, "Oh, we're going to bring it." Even the pilot comes on from American Airlines and says, "I apologize, but they have this before we were going to take off. They said that his time was up on how many hours he could be in the air."
Yep.
So he got into that, and then he'd come like every 15 minutes. He'd come back on, and at one point he just says, "I don't even know what else to tell you. Well, I'm sorry. This is an embarrassment to our airline. I apologize." So we ended up finally going back to the gate. Took 15 minutes for them to find somebody to bring the gate to us while we were there because there's weather. Okay,
right.
30 plus flights were canceled. Philadelphia is an international airport.
It's big.
My parents are heading to Europe right now, and they got stuck and had to sleep in the airport in Newark yesterday.
Wow.
But I was 5.5 hours. It was a Sunday night. They said as soon as we can get you back, we'll put you on the next flight available, which was Tuesday.
Wow.
We had to buy separate flights. We had to buy separate tickets to get home.
Wait, they didn't give you a ticket?
On Tuesday. I had to get a hotel on Saturday or Sunday night back into Philly. There was nothing available. Everything was booked. A 6-mile Uber ride was $120.
Oh, man.
The supply and demand was so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, there were flight attendants and pilots all lost too because 30 planes canceled.
Yeah.
And then the next morning you couldn't get anything. And I had no bags, so I literally wore the same clothes that I wore Sunday at the D-backs game, which 110-degree weather. So I was wearing a Philly shirt, right? T-shirt. Had to wear Got to the hotel at 12:30 at night. Got there and got a room and then couldn't sleep all night trying to get flights out of there. You're an 8-hour hold on American Airlines.
Wow.
8 hours.
Wow.
Then we finally, she went Southwest. I went American. I had to go through Indy, and I had a 6.5-hour delay there. Wow. She had a 5 in Denver on Southwest. Southwest was great. There was no delay. I was late 2 hours just to get on my flight to Indy.
Yeah.
But because I had such a 6-hour layover, I was fine to get my connection from Indy to Phoenix. But it was a brutal experience. I'm not going to blast the airline for it. Weather had something to do with it.
Yes.
But the way that they had no contingency plan with all these people. No exaggeration, 500 people in line for customer service.
Oh my God.
Wow. My bag, I got it yesterday about 6 o'clock.
Wow.
That's Wednesday.
Wow.
All I know.
So your gifts, you didn't get them.
Yeah, I appreciate that. All I know is when I get a text this Sunday night at 10:30, not going to make it.
Yeah.
What a train wreck.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
So bad.
It was.
And then my dad texts me, he's heading to Europe, and he's like, "Oh, it runs in the family. We're sleeping in Newark Airport tonight. They missed their connection in London."
Wow.
It's
Glad
brutal.
you're back safe and sound.
Yeah, it's the weather, man. It's tough on the East Coast. Anyway, we'll do it again tomorrow. Right, Toyota. Thanks for